sir. Unbelievable.
Hey,
you took out the miracle, bro. You took out it's a miracle.
You missed the whole thing. You was looking down. I changed the whole intro.
I know. I heard. I said I didn't hear you. I'm saying you changed it.
Yeah, I changed it. I've been messing around with apps like.
hey, look good, man. Look good.
I appreciate it. There's something I'm trying. Like I said,
Right.
I just be playing around with apps all day, just trying to figure out what works for us, So,
Gotcha.
but nonetheless, welcome everybody to the Football Frame of Mind Weekly Show. As you see, we have some guests here from the Houdini Network, man. We are excited to have y'all on this show, man.
No, thank you.
We'll get to a whole lot, man. But before we get started, man, how you doing, Brandon?
Well, it's a good night now. It's a much better Sunday now. Much better. Sigh of relief. Big time sigh of relief. It was about time we pulled the trigger. I know we're gonna get into it, but it was long overdue. When you have that much talent, you have to be able to make some sense out of it, and it just wasn't gonna work.
So I'm guessing they paid the buyout.
I think so. They informed him. If anybody doesn't know, we're talking about the Brian Kelly situation.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what happened there was I think they let him know early on in the day, like early afternoon. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna be moving on." And since then, I think they've been trying to work it out to where the buyout isn't as high, or at least it makes more sense for like him and the university, where it's like somewhat mutual. But I mean, you have that much money invested into a guy, and you had that much money invested into your roster. Like, there's only so many excuses you can make. And I've been seeing 4 years of you pawning the responsibility off on everybody else. And then the one time I see you actually take real, true accountability, you canned already. It don't matter anymore.
Right.
Yeah, but see, last night was like, I haven't seen Brian Kelly like that in a while. Like, since Bama put the beats on him in that national tournament, right? Like, he was literally like asking the special teams, "What are we doing? What are the clips?" He was like, "What are we doing?"
Right.
Like, you the head coach. You should know what you're doing.
And the crazy thing is, we want to put everything off on Joe Sloan, who's the offensive coordinator, which is horrible in his own right. But I was listening to I forget that guy I told you about a while back, the LSU guy that I was trying to get on the show, but it didn't work out. Blake Ruffino. And he was saying that in his contract, the way he has it set up, he can veto any of those play calls. So if Sloan calls something in, he's like, man, situation-wise, that makes no sense. Like, no, you can run that back.
Right.
It's like, so we've been having all these issues, and like, what are you doing? Because realistically, they probably would have been better off with him calling plays. But at the same point, I really don't think so. I think it was just too far gone. And then last night after the game, out of 100 players, you got 20 players still on the field for the alma mater, and everybody else went to the locker room. I think that pretty much says where everybody's head's at.
They said, man, forget this.
It's a
I don't blame them.
I gotta go. I gotta catch this traffic, man. I'm good. And half of them transfer people anyway. They don't even know to fight some.
Yeah, I would say half of them were, since they're transferred, just like they're like, what's this matter to me? I'm probably going to transfer out next year anyway.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, you got to.
It's not like it's a bad spot. It's a great spot to be in, but like you're just wasting years at this point, wasting talent. Guys aren't even trying to. You want to win a national title, but at the end of the day, the guys are like, oh, we're not going to win. I got to make sure my draft stock's up.
Right.
Whether it's going to be here, or whether I need to get out to where I can make better tape,
Yeah, and then on top of that, I mean, you don't know what coach is going to be coming in there. Like, I mean, who are they going to go with?
I've got to imagine, though, like, I don't think you settle in obviously this is too early, but I got to imagine you don't settle for any question marks. You need someone solidified. Now, if I had my pick of a guy, he's not going to leave, but I would love to see Dan Lanning take that job. I think he would flourish, and he's got SEC roots. Cam said the same thing last week.
Man,
that would be a crazy fit.
You would be crazy to leave Oregon. If
he would, but we've seen crazy stuff happen. I don't think it would happen, but if I had my hand pick, it would probably be a guy like that.
Dude, no way.
I know it's not going to happen, but everybody can dream. Everybody can have that.
You can dream, but that's no way.
Hey,
that's that Nike money, dog. Come on,
that's
man.
that Phil Knight money. That's that Phil Knight money.
Yeah, that's different, bro. We talking about Michael Jordan. We talking about all the people that have been with Nike. Bo Jackson. Like,
Right.
That's that money. Like,
But I want to know, like, how attractive is that coaching position at LSU?
Well, I gotta imagine defensively, like, obviously they hung 49, and I don't want to get too off topic, but like, you have to take it with a grain of salt because they gave up 49 points. But when you see how that offense just completely shit the bed in the second half, I'm not even mad at them because it's been the same thing all year to where you're on the field. And the more you're on the field, the more prone you are to giving up big plays, making mistakes and stuff like that. I think they completely clean house on the entire offensive coaching staff. I think defensively, you don't have a whole lot because, I mean, you have great pieces in place coaching-wise for defense. But offense, I think they go with a whole new regime. Whoever they bring in would be a guy who I feel like would have a vision for what he wants. He's going to go out and handpick each one of those guys to really execute because defensively, they're really talented. Offensively, they are too. It just went to waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think a lot of LSU's problems, man, is just expectations, man. You know, like you expect Brian Kelly to be the kind of the bridge, the gap, basically, right? So it's not so many years between national championships, right? You think of 2003 with Nick Saban, right? About 4 years after that, Les Miles won with his players technically in their senior class, right? And then you gotta wait another 4 or 5 years till you go again with 2011, right? And then after that, you gotta wait till 2019. It's too many years in between winning titles, right? And Brian Kelly being the winningest coach in college football, you expect that to be the gap, to keep the gap closed, right? But that's all he is just the winning coach. He's not a championship coach, in my opinion.
I think the mindset was that, okay, he made it there before, and obviously we're talking about the BCS format, and that's a lot different. The game has changed so much. I mean, you guys can attest to it. But I think the idea was, okay, at Notre Dame, he was really limited between academics, money, and a lot of just wasn't the most desirable place at the time. Think, if we can bring him here, you have all the best players in your backyard, you have the facilities, you have the money, you have everything in the book to have no excuses for you to finally get over the hump. Right. In year one, you make it, you win the West, you go to the SEC championship, it's good.
Right.
You come in year two, your defense is horrid, but you have a Heisman-winning quarterback. Cool. Last year, offense is humming, defense is still figuring out, and this year, defense has figured it out, and the offense is just completely abysmal. So, I mean, it's embarrassing. It's disgusting.
It's almost like South Carolina, too, man.
Kind of, sort of.
Think about how defensive sound they looked against Alabama, right?
Yeah, they looked pretty good.
Like, that was awesome. But offensively, you choose Mike Shula to be an offensive coordinator?
Yeah, that was an ugly choice.
Like, that didn't work out for us. So, I'm good. I was good. I was like, boy, they done nerfed Lenore Sellers. Like, I was like, no.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Way.
Yeah.
He's out of town.
Yeah.
Well, I know one thing it does say about with Alabama with their quarterback. I mean, he just had the poise just in that pocket. But I do tell you this. I mean, the coach is always in that position of you win, that's great. But if you lose, we bringing back out those notes of when you first lost, and we're going to go back through it to see if you are the right coach for
receipts.
This team. Right. So it's like you're always in that position when you are the coach of Alabama. But I mean, it's great that they're winning. They rank number 4 right now. But it came down to that last wire against South Carolina. So I give South Carolina credit, but this is something to watch out for as far as the coach of Alabama.
All right, yeah. See that smooth, man. We're going to get into Marcel Reese. We're going to get into it. And then Brian Kelly going, nah, we ain't going.
Why would you jump into the same situation? Like, no, I'm not doing that. That's not a good idea. They're literally losing every.
I don't know. Going after Saban.
I mean,
I don't think
maybe if this was 5 years ago and he had retired, but not now.
Saban said, "Nah."
He regrets it. He does regret leaving, though.
Not talking, no contracts.
Yeah.
And I feel like with that James Franklin thing, it's kind of like you said, if they go back in and try to get him, like you said, since it's so different, that Penn State was already kind of built up to have this prestige that those players are coming in like, oh, the whiteout game. First off, the whiteout game, you're thinking, oh, this is prime time. You can sell it on that point. You're bringing in this talent that's just kind of just starting to become mid. You're really looking for like Drew. I think it's Drew Allmeyer, and you're looking for him to be the big quarterback, a top 5 pick, or just someone that you could really rely on. And at the end of the day, he goes to LSU where you have almost more prestige. You have the Death Valley. You have all these things at SEC, and you're bringing in talent that you really should be getting from that area, and they don't want to show up. That's just going to be another sign of failure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, to be honest with you, like, Aller's just your typical Penn State quarterback. Like,
yeah, nothing crazy. Maybe like a smidge better than like Hackenberg and guys like that.
Like, think about all of them throughout the history that actually like got drafted or played a little bit. They all do the same thing. Todd Blackledge was like mid, you know. Like, people say he was better than Dan Marino.
See what happened was.
That sounds like wrong on that.
That sounds like Mel Kiper.
My bad. That's all you can really say, you know. But then you got, in my opinion, the best one over the last 30 years was I want to say, oh man, what was his name, man? McSorley.
Trace McSorley.
McSorley was like the better one to me. Like, he had a little bit of swag. He could run the ball. He could pass a little bit. Like, that felt like James Franklin's best quarterback, right?
Yeah.
In terms of hype,
Allen was hype. Yeah, hype.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, but they all kind of look like Christian Hackenberg, man. Just mid.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's all it is, man. But I was thinking they were gonna hang their hats on that backfield, right?
I thought we both thought that.
You think about Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown, right? Those type backfields that just like, hey, we got it. We talking Eric Dickerson, we talking Craig James back in the day, right? A two-headed monster in college football is crazy work right now. If you can get 2 studs like Ohio State had last year, you can win you a national title, right? Because Will Howard last year, in my opinion, might have been at the same level as Allard was, right? Obviously, he had a bunch of weapons on the outside, so that's not a fair comparison. But in terms of quarterback skill set, they're about the same. And you got the same type of running back room, and you got a pretty good defense, man. They just lost, man. Sometimes when you put so many eggs in a basket, like they did with the Oregon game, it's like Josh Payton has said it best. This wasn't just a litmus test. This was a final exam on James Franklin's tenure. Like, hey, if we don't get this game, what do we need to do? I personally thought he had a lot more equity built up. Like, it wasn't going to be that bad. Like, all right, man, we go to off season, we just spread this thing out. That's what we do, right? But you drop one to UCLA, that'd be good.
Yeah, and then you drop the one to Northwestern. It's like, nope, that's nails in the coffin, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, and this ain't Pat Fitzgerald's Northwestern. This is like somebody else. You don't lose to them.
Yeah.
Like now Pat Fitzgerald had Northwestern going hard. Like, they was beating teams they wasn't supposed to be.
Right.
But you know, this is a new Northwestern coach. This ain't the same team. But you
the Big Ten's weird now, bro. The Big Ten's weird.
Yeah. Especially with Indiana.
Different. Oh yeah, nobody would have said that last year before the season.
Lee Corporal just retired, and now they want to get good.
Oh, he would have been having a ball, bro.
He probably is. He like, yo, I'm at every game. That's why he retired from game day. He like, man, this team good. I'm going to watch them. Forget what y'all talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shoot, man. But we're gonna get to that too, Mac. finally my Ravens got to win.
We don't want to go there. I'm a Bears fan. I don't want to go there.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be like one of our commenters, Touchdown Troop. He's a Jets fan, but he's trying to claim he's trying to but he's trying to transfer his fanship to the Chargers right now, and like, no, it's getting vetoed, bro. You stuck like Chuck. You can't go nowhere.
Like, nah, bro. You ain't changing teams, dog. You stuck. You chose the Jets. That's who you still with.
Right, gotta ride with them.
Yeah, 68 the last Super Bowl. So I mean, hey, at least you got one. I mean, you could be what, the Bengals right now? Like, how long they been a franchise? They still don't have one.
Hey, been relevant.
Or you could be the Lions, like not have nothing. Like your last NFL title was like 1950.
The Dick LeBeau days almost, huh?
Going way back.
Before that.
Yeah, bro. Like for real. So, but we want to thank everybody watching, man. Like I said, new viewers. Stay steady, man. But we're getting some regular viewers and we're getting some casual viewers in there, man. So y'all keep on watching. We appreciate all of that, man. Real.
Yeah, thank you.
Real. All right, and then we're gonna get into this college, man. All right, so this is the new AP poll, man. So we're gonna start with our guest, man. So what do y'all think about it? Anything surprising? Anything changed? What y'all think?
I don't know. For me, I'm a big follower, or at least part of our show is a big follower of the ACC. So I'm seeing basically just the disrespect that the ACC is getting. I mean, Georgia Tech, they win. They end up dropping a spot. And then you have Miami. Now, the poll that I saw that they were tied with, I guess they were going back to 11th, and you had BYU up. So I'm just seeing just the disrespect with that particular conference. It's like the voters are looking at it like, yeah, I don't know if this is a real strong conference. So as far as ACC, that's how I feel about that. As far as everything else, I think everything else looks good. I don't have any complaints. I mean, definitely Indiana, they deserve that, being at number 2. Texas A&M, yesterday was the first time me seeing them. I was thoroughly impressed with the quarterback. I mean, he's a dual threat, passing and also running. I do have question marks about Georgia. We'll see how that. I think later on this year they got Georgia Tech on the schedule, so I like to see how that turned out. But Vandy, I'm impressed with them. So far, at least looking at the top 10, I think they got it right. I just question just the ACC teams.
Yeah, I think right now it's hard for me to say that Indiana shouldn't be number 1 because they're just dominant. I really feel like all the games they do, they put up big points. They're always running the score up, it feels like. And even when they're not trying, they're still scoring. I mean, really, it seems like they should be number 1. Ohio State should be number 2. But, of course, Ohio State, I mean, they would have to lose or come close to a game where it's not really supposed to be close. But Indiana, to me, should be number 1. I also just see Alabama just sneaks back up in the top 5.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter what happens, Alabama is going to be top 5, top 10. It does not matter. And also seeing Notre Dame at 12, thinking about how the playoffs are going, it's kind of almost unfair that they're 12 because they did have those early loses where they were the only ranked team with just losses, no wins. So seeing them back up there at number 12, it's a little concerning just trying to see how these other teams had more tough games. But Louisville is really good. I'm not going to lie. They are a surprise low rank to me. They should be up at number 13. I mean, the way that they play, and like Pop said, the ACC doesn't get a lot of credit for it. And like we said on our podcast before, the ACC could be the second strongest or the second biggest conference that really has a lot of those exciting games that you really are like, man, they keep coming back and forth with all these good plays, all these good games. But Georgia Tech, they're sitting right where I thought they'd be. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Clemson fan, so maybe we jump-started them into being a better team. But honestly, just seeing the ACC really getting some love here, and the top the top 10 is looking good. I know Miami is going to be scraping, trying to get back up higher, so they don't have to play against some difficult teams in the playoffs. But right now, everything's looking good, and I'm just kind of wondering if Tennessee is going to make a jump over a SEC team losing, like a Georgia or a Vandy or one of those things, because I know Tennessee is going to be trying to get into the playoffs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I feel you guys on your ACC disrespect because I'm like I'm an Alabama fan, so I'm like, yo, I wouldn't be mad if Georgia Tech was over us. They're undefeated, right? Like, come on, man, they're undefeated, and they've been pretty good at winning, right? So I salute y'all on that because that's how I feel as well. But I feel like the disrespect is literally only because I feel like they baked in Clemson being so good early. Like that was their preseason expectation, right?
Yeah.
That Clemson's going to be in the top 5 regardless of what's going on this season, so it doesn't matter, right? Then Clemson's not so good, and Georgia Tech beats them. So it's like, well, how good is Georgia Tech really, right? Because we don't really know, right? But that's the AP poll. When the college football playoff rankings come out, that'll be a whole different story.
Right.
Because the resume is good, the quarterback is good, so they're going to want that, because obviously it's all about the dollars. So if you get him in there and he's going for the Heisman, that's going to look good for those ratings. You feel me? So that's what I'm thinking, right? So when I think about Vandy, who's in the kind of the same boat as Georgia Tech in a sense, because we got this dynamic quarterback that just wills his team to win.
Yeah.
They gonna want that. They gonna love that, right? So I personally like it. I think Vandy should beat Texas after they done just squealed away from Mississippi State. I'm like, yo, really? I was like, yo, this the most offense Texas done put up all season. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I'm talking to my mom. I'm like, yo, man, they about to choke. This game. Like, I don't like the Longhorns at all. So I was like, yes, Mississippi State been through so much. I was like, they gotta win this game. And then they choked it away, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, now I gotta hear about Arch Manning for a whole another 2 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
I think he got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah, he got.
I don't think anything major though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sark was just saying that they'll figure it out when they get back to Austin. So probably nothing serious. But I don't know, man. Vandy one of them teams, man. This the best team they had since probably World War II. So they gonna milk this for years, right? Not a basketball show, man, but you know how the 2008 Boston Celtics just talk about their championship all the time? That's how this Vandy team gonna be talking.
Oh, they can be talking about that after we long gone.
Yeah, like remember when Diego Pavia beat them?
And the kids are like, who is that? Like, who is that?
Jay Cutler is coming up.
Yeah, remember Jay Cutler went the first round, man. Like, yeah, we had James Franklin here too. He was at Penn State.
Very forgettable.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm telling you, man. But that's pretty much it for me, man. Like, I was just surprised, as you guys were, that Indiana wasn't number 1. I actually felt like Texas A&M had a shot to be number 1 because that was such a dominant win. Sorry, man, but that was just a dominant win on national television. Ohio State ain't had nothing like that. They beating Purdue and shit. I'm like, yo, that's not fair. All right, Purdue struggling right now. They got, they tripping right now. So I'm like, you can't do that. You can't do that, man. But they are talented. I can't lie about that, man. Ohio State, very, very good defense, man. But they ain't been tested by nobody.
That's true.
So right now they looking good, but they ain't beating nobody. And everybody that we said early that they was going to probably struggle with. They fired their coach. Michigan is like, okay. So it's like, and I don't think they play Oregon, and Oregon got a loss. So it's like,
You
Yeah.
never know.
So what you thinking, Brandon?
Shout out to the Big 12. No, I want to talk about. They got five teams. They got 5 teams ranked, bro. Like Texas Tech didn't fall off too far from the tree. They come back and they get a real dominant win. You got Cincinnati had a real dominant win. Houston's in there. Utah's in there. And then you look at some of you talking about the ACC teams, bro. Virginia's at 15, bro.
Yeah.
I think was their dude. They got something going on. But and look at BYU, bro. BYU still like I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see if that domino's gonna fall because last year me and Cam were like, oh man, they're looking really good, and they were good last year. But they were beating the hell out of people, and then they took like a loss, and they took another loss.
Yeah,
like when are you gonna like get that push? You know, because they're really scrappy. Like they're very physical up front. But I want to see what they're gonna do. But the biggest thing is Georgia Tech, bro. We've been talking about Georgia Tech since freaking June. We predicted them to be in the ACC championship game. So I would love to see that. I would love to see them win. I want to see him in the playoffs because everybody's like, oh, they're scheduled this and they're scheduled that. And I'm like, everything goes out the window when you get in the playoffs.
That's true.
You got a guy like that in the playoffs and a team that's well coached like that, especially on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Oh, that's scary. I wouldn't want to face that.
It's favorable, man. It's favorable for them to go undefeated, man. So
I think they can.
Yeah, I do too. And they don't even have to play their like A+ ball for real to go undefeated.
They don't,
because they don't have that many tough games coming up. Man, not really. So I really want to see. Well, I mean, they got Georgia at the end of the season, obviously. But, But I
think that's a gettable game. I think that's more than because they've been close. I think this year's a gettable. Like they can get it.
I mean, shit, they've been close the last 2 years.
And the way Haynes King has been playing, oh my
that's
god,
my guy, bro. That's my guy.
I'm telling you,
I've been high on Haynes King, bro. I love him.
He's got a little Tebow in him. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like he's good, man. He's good, man. So let's get into some recaps, man. Because I gotta hear what Brandon. Overreaction. We kind of got into that, man, a little bit. Because we got the firing of Brian Kelly. So is that an overreaction, underreaction? Brandon says it's right about time. So that's all right. We'll skip that, man. But we got to talk about this beat down.
They buried him 6 feet under, bro. Man. They buried him.
Buried him, man. But I will say, though, the game tilted in Indiana's favor when Nico threw that pick six. That was it. All right. Yeah. Like once he threw that interception, it's like, well, we suck again. that's pretty much what happened because they didn't do nothing after that. There wasn't no creativity. There wasn't nothing. They just got beat up and bludgeoned to death in this game. Like it was over with. Like I mean, look at the box score. Dude. It was over at halftime.
It was an efficient game, though. I mean, Indiana had a really clean game plan. Not a whole lot of penalties. Look how efficient they were on third down. 12 of 16, 35 minutes of possession. They dominated, man. They dictated their will in this game. They did what they wanted.
Yeah, that's taking what you want. That's taking what you want on third down.
They took their lunch money and some.
Yeah, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 9, don't matter. We got to play, and it's gonna work, man. And Mendoza's been one of those quarterbacks that's been pleasantly surprising, man. I didn't think nothing of him coming from Cal. I just thought it was a nice transfer to a good spot, right? But he just like, I can throw the ball 50 times a game. What? I'll play. So yeah, man. So, but what y'all think about Indiana? This was such a dominant game.
I don't know. For me, I was shocked by the score. You know, after you see UCLA the past couple of weeks, they've been improving. So you thought maybe this was going to be a competitive game. But, you know, I think I turned it on just a little bit, just to check the score, and just looking at halftime, I was like, what is going on here? It's like UCLA just reverted back to the beginning of the year. So it's like at first, going back to last year when I think about Indiana, I think about they're on my radar because of the coach. The coach, was basically putting all these checks out there. Oh, yeah, we're this, we're that, we're that. Okay. And you watch him, I think a game I watched and they end up losing. But now this year, because all that talk, at least how I feel, it sort of got the public eye on them. And what they did here, okay, I'm like, they're legit. I mean, 56-6? Come on.
200 yards of offense.
Jeez.
You see it, like,
I'm like, come on.
I know Pee-wee teams that do better than that. I'm sorry, man.
I never looked at Indiana as a football college. You always think about basketball when it comes to that, and you sort of disregard them. But this, man, they're on the map. I mean, when they beat Illinois, I was shocked at that because
the way they beat them.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here, Indiana?
Yeah, they beat the brakes off in Illinois.
Yeah,
I was like, yo,
Yeah.
that's not nice, man.
Yeah, I had to retire my Illinois hat.
Yeah, I was like, that was nasty, man. Like, but Illinois bounced back the next week though. That was pretty interesting. I was like, well, they figured out something in that game. Like, we can't do this again.
Yep, and then they drop another one.
Rhino.
Yeah.
Like this with this whole situation, I think Tim Skipper is the interim coach for UCLA right now. I just really just saw like, man, these last couple of games just like roping them together. I was like, man, Nico, you know what? I hated on you early in the season. I thought you weren't that good at Tennessee, and you're really beating teams you shouldn't be beating. Tim Skipper's putting together a good program. And then when they got out here and dropped the egg, I was just like, dude, I don't really know what you guys have been thinking or what the game plan was. But Indiana definitely came out to play and thought, man, you guys have been beating good teams. We're not going to take you lightly. I feel like UCLA kind of always got the jump on teams thinking, oh, they got Nico, this interim coach. This should be an easy game, an easy one. And they always just kind of snuck away and got one. Indiana came out and was like, no, like we are trying to dominate. This isn't a game of just to win. We want to dominate. Like we want to show the other Big Ten members that like, no, we're really coming for number one.
Yeah.
Kusinyetti ain't with that, bro. He's like, I'm not playing that shit. That's over with. Nope.
Not at all, man. Especially after getting paid. After getting paid that big, large amount, it just like, okay. That usually when you show like, okay, he can relax or it doesn't matter.
I feel like
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. But I think that loss to Ohio State last year really changed things for them.
Yeah. And I think that's what pushed. That's like that push really put this perspective on the game. Like, we don't want to just win. We want to dominate. We're not trying to just be out the Big Ten and not make it in. We want to really we don't want to make it in. We want to be the team to beat. And I feel like this game was one of those things where that's why I was saying they should be number one. There's almost no emotion from him on the sideline. Like after these big games, it's like, this is what we're supposed to do. It's like we clock in for work, we clock out. Just like that's just
right.
mentality. You clock in, you clock out next week.
That's the perfect mindset for Indiana, man. Like it's a blue collar city, man. Blue collar.
Yeah.
Like they don't really do the flash and dash. They don't need that. And honestly, they've tried that kind of coach before, and it didn't work out too well.
Right. JMU. When he got to JMU, he did the exact same thing. It's just doing it on a bigger scale.
Was like loaded though. Like they were loaded when they came into Division I. Like that's cheating.
And Indiana don't think had little to any 5-stars either. Like that's pretty much full lower.
It was ass, dog. Just say it. They was bad. They was bad. When you talk about the bottom of the Big Ten, that's where they were, right? You know, but like I said, man, when you're a team that is like at the bottom, man, the best offense for you to run is the spread offense, man, because it's easy to score, it's easy to throw the ball, you can spread it out, the box isn't full, so you can run as well. It's just easy to do that. If you come in there trying to run the triple option or the wing T or the pro style, like you need actual players for that. You know, you need players like, Jeremiah Smith right, as your one, right? You need a top transfer quarterback, right? But if you're, you know what I'm saying, if you're Indiana and you're starting over, you need to just clear the deck and just get dudes that can play.
Right.
Dudes that want to play, right? Not just coming here just to get a paycheck, right? Look lower, like FCS guys, right? Guys that want to come up and play. And I feel like that's what Indiana's doing, right? You get a quarterback from Cal, right? Cal is ass. And you get him and just like, hey, this is your playground. Come on and play.
He saw something.
Like, yeah, you can't tell me that that's not fun, man. I like Indiana, right? So I like what they doing. The little guys win. I love that, right?
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, we gotta talk about this, man. All right, we gotta talk about this. So I'm gonna start it off with because I actually watched this whole game, right? Because Bama played and I was already having a heart attack. So I was like, I gotta chill, right? I was like, I can't take another one. All right, because that's the way this game ended at halftime. All right, I was like, all right, we got ourselves a tight one here. All right, then it wasn't, man.
Yeah,
bro. So my first takeaway is I like what LSU was doing in the first half, right? I like the creativity. Throw it to the alien. That's what you should have did. What's his name? What's his first name? I know his last name's Green.
Trey
Dash Green. He like 6'8". Ain't nobody covering that. Just throw it to him. Just throw it to the end zone. That's what they was doing. And it is awesome to see that, right? I was like, shoot, man, if that's the game plan, just throw it. Just throw it to him every time, right? They're going to have to stop him eventually, right? But, you know, LSU kind of went away from that, right? But I got to give credit where credit is due. And Texas A&M's defense is legit. All right, they got some dudes. I don't know who their defensive end was, but he was talking smack to whoever that was on the
number
other
9.
side.
It's 9. He had 2 or 3 sacks.
Yeah, man. He was like, yo, you can't stop me. You can't.
Yeah,
and he said it to the other guy on the other side. You can't stop me. You trash. And he just went through them. Usually that matchup doesn't work too well. But guess what? They was doing it. And they were aggressive, man. They were aggressive in pass coverage. They were aggressive in their pass rush. They were aggressive on special teams. How many times have you seen people just, fair catch, I don't want to return it? Nah, he took that ball and went.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's what it takes sometimes, man. I honestly hate these new rules as far as special teams is concerned. You leaving money on the field. You leaving points, all of that. Field position, man. Catch that ball and go, especially if you got a little bit of room. Because nobody's practicing it for real. That's why they always fair catch. And when you actually return it, it's actually a pretty good spot for you. So I like that part of it, man. So I gotta get your take on it, Brandon. How you feeling?
So I'm gonna give credit to A&M and the fact that I like the fact that they got pushed against the wall at the first half. Like LSU had turnovers, they were capitalizing. And the one thing I've been saying all year is, but you're not capitalizing on turnovers, you're not scoring touchdowns. I'm sorry, like getting field goals after turnovers, that's just not gonna get it done. And they were scoring. They pushed them against the wall. They held them before the end of the half. And I said, well, the real thing here is how is A&M going to answer back from that? And they just put their foot on the gas and never let it off. I mean, and I think it's just their mentality and how they play. Their strength and conditioning coach was our strength and conditioning coach. And that's the first move that Brian Kelly made when he got to Baton Rouge is he fired that strength and conditioning coach who had been there for all those national championships. And you could see the difference in physicality with how they came and they played. So give them credit there. I love Marcel Reed. I love his game. He plays with ice in his veins. He's gotten so much better from last year. I've been high on him for a couple of years now. So give him credit where it's due, man. They just picked them up. They just picked them up methodically over and over. The defense was so tired. They could do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to like the LSU side of it, you had a good game plan in the first half. And the second half, you completely dropped it. There was no creativity offensive play calling wise. It doesn't help that you had two freshmen starting on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got Howell coming over the edge, and all guys doing, he's just backtracking. I'm like, dude, he's just going to glide right past you. And he wasn't even touched. Nussmeier, and look, he's not perfect. He's had his issues, but this is not on him. And this year, I don't feel like it's really been on him. Guy had no protection all game. The second he takes a snap or he drops back, they're already there. The offensive game plan, they're not taking advantage. Like, you should be running fast pace, get the ball out quick, get something going. And you had some good runs. But situational wise, man, just a lack of any sense of urgency. They didn't have any fight in them. And that goes back to the head coach. There's no like killer mentality. It's like, look, it's time to put your foot in the ground. We got to shake. Something's got to shake. There's never been that. And that's been an issue for a long time now. And realistically, they should have won last week. Top to bottom, the roster's better than Vanderbilt. But obviously, you had issues. This game would have kept you in playoff contention. The SEC would have had 10 ranked teams this week. Because you completely shat the bed. That's done. Like I said it last week. If you couldn't win with this roster, you're not going to win here. I don't care who you've got in there. If you can't win with this roster, you're not going to win. Talent for talent, this is the most talented roster they've had outside of the quarterback position with Jaden Daniels and now obviously Nussmeier. And you could see the frustration when they pulled him at the end of the game. They benched him for Van Buren, and you could see that tension between him and Kelly. That's been going on for a while. You could see there's some tension there, and there's obviously some disagreements there. And you could tell the players gave up. They didn't want to do it no more. Who wants to freaking do all that when you're not putting us in the best position to win? You know, I mean, you have all the things you could possibly need, the money, the facilities. It was just time. So give credit to A&M, but LSU, that's a dumpster fire right now.
I will say, and I'll let you guys go after this. I will say that Brian Kelly's best teams, quarterbacks were more mobile, right? I think of Everett Golson when they went to the national title against Bama. Ian Book was mobile. Not necessarily Sam Hartman, although he could run a little bit, but he was more of a thrower, right? But Jaden Daniels, he was awesome, right? He could run, right? So I just think Nussmeier starting wasn't going to fit what he does best, right? In terms of his skill set, right? What we've seen from Brian Kelly. Not saying that Nussmeier isn't a good player. It's just what Brian Kelly has been good at. Mobile quarterbacks are what he does best with, right? And Nussmeier being, kind of injured, he ain't running like that. So you're kind of henpecked in what you can do offensively in a sense, right?
I mean,
look, don't make it a homer thing. Like
but you say that. Look at the weapons, dude. That's a freaking pocket passer's dream. 5 or 6 guys.
I know, bro. I know. But I just don't see it that way. You have all those weapons, if you can't in college football, if your quarterback can't affect the run game, you basically just sitting there.
But
you know this better than anybody.
But that falls on the offensive coordinator and the play calling. You need to play to the quarterback's strengths, dude. They got talent top to bottom.
2019 LSU were not deadly because of Joe Burrow's arm. It was because you had to account for his legs too. You got to guard Jamar Chase, Jefferson, Hilaire, Randy Moss's son, whoever else was on that team. You had to guard all of that and Joe Burrow's legs, right? I'm just telling you.
But there's a visible difference. Look at the play calling. You got Joe Brady and Ensminger running the offense. You got asshat Joe Sloan calling the plays. You've seen there's been no creativity, and he's shown a lot more. But he's shown more ability to run out of the pocket. He's ran for a couple 20, 30 yards here and there. I don't think that's the issue. They're incompetent calling plays.
I know that. I'm just saying, you gotta.
I get the mobile quarterback thing, but I just don't think that fits this scenario. I just think
it don't hurt that They just ass, bro. I'm sorry. Brian Kelly was ass.
Coaching, yeah. I've said it from the beginning. I wouldn't have hired him.
I'm sorry. I
keep
went on
Ogeron.
a tangent, man.
I'm sorry. We do this sometimes.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Well,
We
we
do
go
this
back
sometimes.
and forth. I just had to say it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say first and foremost, yeah, I do believe it's the coaching aspect because honestly, when you get down to the physicality that Texas A&M had with 7 sacks, I mean, I don't know about anybody. 7 sacks is way too many sacks.
Agreed.
Anything over 3 to me is way too much. It's like, okay, it goes down to even if Garrett could lose his legs, even if he
Can't
could
do
get
anything.
around. I mean,
There's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere. I mean, they're really containing him. They're keeping him in, like basically trying to make him use his strength. First off, Barian Brown, I believe he's from Kentucky. You get one of the fastest players in college football. You and then you, like you said, you have Trey. He's like 6'8". All those things you could really do. You could potentially just run drag routes all day long with that team, and they would be open. I mean, in that first half, it was just kind of like, wow, LSU really is. There's a whole bunch of threats on the field. We really can't stop these guys. And I don't know what happened at halftime. I don't know what the talk was. I don't know if they were looking at the plays on the on the iPad or whatever, but they were like, look, we can really cover these guys. Like they can't guard our front four. And I really feel like that's where it comes down to coaching, where it's like, okay, if we can't guard this front four, either single-handedly attack that person who's causing all the trouble and put him on the island so you guys can really like put one-on-one on him, or just get the ball out faster. I mean,
you got to speed it up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Run some screens to Barian.
Slants, out routes, stuff like that.
Run some drags. Get those linebackers moving. Run some RPOs. Make it look like you're going to really give the ball off or throw it behind them, because at that point you keep them on their toes. But I feel like just looking at it like right here on third down, I feel like this third down thing really does show it's about the coaching aspect, because there's that play that you're going to be able to get, especially with that talent you have, that should convert time after time after time. But I mean, throughout the year for LSU, all these close games don't make a lot of sense with the talent that's out there.
They do. They got like questionably the most loaded roster in the conference. There's no excuse.
None.
The number 1 transfer portal class, dude. They got freaking 5 or 6. They got 5 or 6 guys. They got guys on the bench at receiver that aren't playing, and they're really good.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You got 2 or 3 really good running backs. You got 2 good tight ends. You got the whole freaking team, the whole receiver room probably runs a 4.4, if not faster. Like, you got to utilize that.
And they're just sitting back.
Man, I just know what Brian Kelly worked with, man. But that don't stop him from being ass, bro.
Hey, they should have gave Owen another year.
Don't stop him from being ass, bro.
I wouldn't have gave him that much guarantee. That was just a ridiculous contract at the time. I think me and you were looking at each other like, man, this is either going to be a really good thing or a really bad thing.
Yeah,
and obviously
we both was like that. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, he ain't never really had this many weapons and resources.
You wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I was like, man, maybe he might be good. But then again, maybe that's why he didn't win. So I don't know, man. So
yeah, I think the only thing I can say about it is, like Tony said about the 7 sacks. I mean, that just goes to show you. I mean, the offensive line coaching, the offensive scheme. I mean, they had time to sort of look at the tape prior to this game coming in to see exactly what does Texas A&M like to do. I mean, then like you just said, Brandon, with the talent that they got there, I mean, they got some of the best offensive linemen. But to allow your quarterback to get sacked 7 times, yeah, that goes
I'd be
back
pissed off too, man. I can't even I can't even read through my progressions at all, because whether you're under center or you're in the shotgun, you call on the snap count, the ball comes into your hands, and you're looking at your first read, and you don't even have enough time to freaking move to the other side of the field. You got to make a decision.
Right. And so right now, as you the quarterback, you're not trusting your offensive line.
No,
so now
you just got to wing
okay,
it.
Right. Okay, there's my hot route. Is he open? Okay. That's it.
And
you don't have time to go through your progression.
And their biggest thing, and I don't want to harp on this because I don't know we want to get to everything else, but I've seen a lot of, I say play calling, but like there were a lot of situational things. You bring up the third down conversion, which is horrible. But like there was one, I think it was third down. It was like third and manageable. I'm like 3rd or 5 or 3rd and 6. And we run a screen into the flats. And I'm like, dude, what are we doing? It's like, dude, the pocket's collapsing around him. He can't even get the ball out right there. Like, just throw it over the middle, man. Like, just run those quick plays. You got to keep the defense on their toes. And the few times they ran the ball, they didn't look bad. So it's like, why can't you use that to your advantage, you know?
Hey, they run game was working, man.
It was. Durham and Barry.
Really?
Oh, here we go.
But now I got to talk about my team. Okay. All right, man. So, first things first, man. South Carolina played like they were supposed to, right? This is the type of game that usually gave Nick Saban some headaches, right? The game right before we play LSU, right before the bye week, it's usually the toughest game because everybody's like, man, I really can't wait for this bye week, man. I really want to get in that ice tub, man. Well, no, I really want to talk to my girlfriend. I don't really want to think about football, man. For a week. I'm good, right? And that's exactly how this game played out, man. Everybody's like, man, I can't wait for this thing over, man. And South Carolina, like, man, let's just go and try to get this thing, man. It's homecoming, man. Like, we can make homecoming great if we win this game, man. We don't have to go home. We don't have to be sad, man. We can get this game, man. But I love Ty Simpson's poise, man. That is my favorite part of his game. I love how it looks like nothing phases him.
Yeah.
Like last year under Jalen Milroe, you can ask Brandon. I was like,
his nerves are bad. He's like, one week he's like, oh man, we good. Next week he's like, I'm checked out, dog.
I was like, man, I don't know how good we gonna play. I don't know how good he gonna pass, but I know he can run. I know he can run. So coming into this game, like as we got into the fourth quarter, man, we was down a little bit. I was like, all right, man. I don't feel like I'm that nervous though. I was like, all right, if Ty can do it, he can do it, right? I know he gonna probably put us in position, right? He's gonna throw the ball to the right person, right? And obviously Ryan Williams has been eating popcorn this season because he can't catch a cold right now. But I wasn't worried about Ty. That's the thing, right? He was gonna put the ball in play, right? But the two touchdown or the touchdown and 2-point conversion that tied it up was like perfect, man. Like, and when I watched the LSU game, which made me mad a little bit, why they not being creative? Those two plays were as creative as you can get at the goal line, right? You got Bernard running the other way as he's basically handed it off, right? Ty Simpson hands it off to him as he's running it the other way, right? And then the 2-point conversion was creative because the tight end just ran almost inside out route, basically to the sideline, and the defense didn't even account for him, right?
Yeah.
But that's the creativity that I love to see at the goal line. No sense of spreading it out far and wide. We ain't gonna have nowhere to go to, right? Let's get creative. Let's trick somebody, right? We ain't got look. It's okay to be, pee-wee football, man. It happens. Right? You gotta be creative at the goal line, and I love that, right? Defensively, obviously, we still can't stop the run, but that's okay. That's okay because if you can keep them from passing the ball on you, then you might be able to steal a win or two, right? Because it's easier to pass the ball and win sometimes than run, right? You gotta take your lumps, hit it 1,000 times, so. But the defense to force that fumble on Seller was crazy good.
Yeah.
Right? I love that, right? Because that's the weight room, right? Those extra reps, right? To take the ball away from somebody like Sellers who's big and fast like that took some strength, right? So I love that part of it, man. So that's my take on it, man. I'm happy we won, and that feels good going into LSU, right? Which don't know how good that game will be now.
I'm good. I don't care. I'm good.
Like, I don't know, man, because now I don't know who's gonna be the head coach for the NFL.
You're scared that they're gonna be like, man, we ain't got shit to lose. We about to ruin it. We about to piss in their Cheerios, bro. Like we about to
right.
Yeah, like yo, I don't know what to expect, man. Y'all come out running the wing T, man. Ain't nobody.
No, it ain't that crazy. It ain't that crazy, bro. Ain't
nobody prepared for that shit. I'm just telling you, okay?
Ain't nobody doing that.
I'm just saying, man. Ask Nick Saban, man. Georgia Southern ran through us like a shit through a tin can, okay? Ask them. It was 300 yards on the ground, right? Jared McKinnon was their running back. So, like, it happens, man. But I ain't as confident as I was yesterday. But what y'all think?
I don't know. I think, like I said earlier, I think Ty Simpson, I think his poise, just a little bit that I watched. I mean, to be honest with you, I started off watching the game. I really didn't give South Carolina a chance. But I was watching the game, and I was just like, man, the way Alabama's playing, this quarterback for Alabama, I mean, he's just comfortable back there. I mean, he's hitting his reads and everything. And like I said earlier about the coach, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a good win for them. Now, if they lose, they're going to be bringing back up, hey, we need Nick Saban. This is not the Nick Saban's team that we're used to or whatever. But I started watching another game, but then I saw the highlights, and they were showing that South Carolina was winning in the fourth quarter. And I was just like, how could this actually be? Something's not right here. And then as soon as I switched back over, it's like the game is tied or something like that. I was like, okay, that was quick. I just saw the highlights with South Carolina.
Like, what happened, bro?
Right.
What's going on?
Right. Let me get my YouTube TV and do all of that. What? It's tied. What just happened?
How'd that go?
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, yeah. South Carolina, I can see them. Yeah, they're always going to play against Alabama tough. Like you said, the back, days when you had Steve Spurrier and all that. It's like they're going to play against them tough. But, yeah, this was Alabama's game all the way. I don't know why it got this close. But like you said, was it they couldn't stop the run or something like that? But, yeah, this was Alabama's game all the way. And, yeah, Ty Simpson, yeah, I'm a believer. That's poise.
Me too, man. Me too. I think he's number one in the Heisman, man.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, like that interception to touchdown ratio is bonkers.
Yeah.
He got like one pick.
He just threw it last week.
Yeah.
Wow.
so yeah, man. So that's pretty much it, man. What you got anything, Jay?
Really, honestly, that drive where I think it was like 14 play drive or whatever they had to score to the touchdown. I thought that was extremely impressive. Honestly, they really time and time again, I saw the Ty Simpson just making a play that I thought he wouldn't make, or I would see just the offensive coordinator like, okay, we can really get here, but we need to get 3 or 4 yards in this first play. Like I could almost feel like I had the headset in thinking like, man, you guys are really moving like methodical, but you guys know you're going to score. It was like, we're going to score regardless. We're not taking 3. And I feel like that drive really showed that heart of Alabama. Like when I know a lot of people wrote off Alabama week 1 versus FSU, and they're like, they look average. They just look like a winless team. They're not going to be good. But this one really showed like, okay, Alabama, and whenever they want, they can really dominate on offense. They can score a fast, flashy play. I know Ryan Williams, he like you say, he's eating popcorn, but he had a decent game. He had 7 games, I think, for like 70 yards or something. But I mean, at any time they could just have an explosive play. But I feel like this one was really like, we're going to beat down South Carolina. We're going to beat them down, take them down the field, and if they're going to give us the ball back, we already defeated them. And I feel like that fumble by Sellers really put that thing where everybody was like, oh no, like they defeated our defense. Our defense can't hold up. So that drive that happened in like a minute or whatever, that really just showed to me like, man, the coordinator planned this. He was like, we're going to go down, and when we get this stop, that defense is deflated. They know they can't stop us. They know that they don't know what we're going to do. They know that they don't know what we're going to throw out there, and it's over. But we need to win on this drive. And I really just appreciate the the commitment by Ty Simpson of just like, all right, I don't have to make that big throw. I just got to get the good yard. So I think that's what really showed me for Alabama. Like, man, you guys are just, you're not what people say. You guys are what you are. Roll Tide.
Yeah.
God bless you. I can't never say it. I can't.
See, I'm not ashamed. I can say go Tigers. I can say that.
It just feels like it's like one of those things that you just can't.
In fact,
it doesn't roll off the tongue.
I can't. Nope.
We won a championship over them, so I'm good.
Not ashamed. I can say go Tigers because I loved when Coach O used to say it. I'm like, that dude Cajun as hell. I like that. Like, I love that, man. Like, I'm like, y'all can never fire dude. And they did. I was like, damn. Nothing too much to talk about here. This was a belt to ass situation. I honestly thought Syracuse would play a little bit better than this, considering that they do have some offensive firepower, right? But they didn't do too much, man. It was kind of a sleep fest at first. And then Georgia Tech just said, all right, we ain't finna play with y'all no more, man. So, not question about the game itself, but what do y'all feel about Haynes King? Is he number one in the Heisman for y'all?
Actually, I was going to say he is the number one in my eyes, honestly. I mean, if we're talking about, interception ratio, I know he's only thrown for 7 touchdowns, about 1,000. But really, 12 touchdowns on the ground. I mean, right now he's I think 21 touchdowns on the season. This guy is legit. And I mean, every time I think that he's like tired out or he's done, I know like on like NCAA college football, you got the wear and tear. I can see the wear and tear every single game. And I'm like, dude, just call out. You know what I mean?
And wear and tear off.
Every game, he'll take a hard hit. He'll get up and be like, man, I hated that play. But I'm just going to score. It's just like, dude, it's like you have this mental toughness. And it just really surprised me, man. Like he's really showing that he's not just the regular quarterback or just someone that's inconsistent. And I like how when they played against Clemson, they were saying on the broadcasters, we're not the underdog anymore. We're not the team that you can come in and think we're just going to roll over just for you guys to beat us and walk over, and just continue on. Haynes King is like, I am that dominant force. I am that pillar. I'm that one that's going to bring out every single game, rushing, throwing. And I just feel like he's the truth.
Yeah, I think for me, when I look at it, I go, I'm shocked by Syracuse. I mean, after Syracuse did, I think when they played against Clemson, they did like that fireman drill and they got that kickoff and win the game. I expected a lot more fight from them throughout, after winning that game. But Georgia Tech, I mean, I'm very impressed with them. I go back. I think about the times I remember Georgia Tech was when they had Mark Price, on the basketball team. I think all the way, that was their heyday for me. But now to see them in college football doing what they're doing, Haynes King, I would say he's in there. Maybe not my number one, but yeah, he's definitely going to be invited to that ceremony. And I wouldn't be surprised. They end up winning the ACC and they go deep into the playoffs. Yeah, I can see him possibly winning. But I'm very impressed with Georgia Tech. I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan, so I'm hoping that they do lose somewhere down the line to get my Hurricanes into that ACC championship game. But yeah, Georgia Tech looks like they got a chokehold on it right now.
I'm biased, Cam. I love Haynes King. That dude's the truth, bro. He's the truth. Like, just it's like he just turns that switch on. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. Like, I think he just wants to be on that big stage. Like, I think him leaving A&M, he had a real chip on his shoulder. And I feel like Brent Key's the same kind of like he's got something to prove. And we've seen it over the last couple of years. Georgia Tech wins games just off of coaching and effort alone sometimes. Like when they freaking I think they beat Florida State last year in Dublin, and everybody was like surprised. I'm like, nah, they got something going on. And you start seeing what he's got going last year. I'm like, well, they got some really good transfers. The receiver that Cam always talks about, they got transferred in from was it FIU? I want to say, dude,
27
he's just
yards a catch.
The way, and I think Simpson is probably number one. But what Haynes King can do, affecting the game with his legs and his you can't ignore it. And I feel like he's getting ignored by so much because maybe their schedule isn't the greatest. I don't think it would matter. I think they could have an even tougher ACC schedule, and I still think they could be sitting here in the same spot. Just completely honest.
Yeah. I mean, the big game is going to be when they play against Georgia. I think everyone's going to be circling that game.
I'm watching that game.
Yeah.
Shoot, last year was a classic. So, I mean, like I said, it's turning into a good game now. Usually that was kind of like, okay, belt to ass. But now it's actually going to be a good game, man, because quite frankly, Stockton and Haynes King have similar games. Right, they like to affect the game with their legs more so than their arms, but they are efficient when they actually throw the ball like they're supposed to. So that'd be interesting, man. Yeah, interesting. But for them to beat Georgia, he's gonna have to go for about 300 and $150 because he's gotta affect the game with his legs. Got to.
Yeah.
I don't think up front they're going to be able to handle Georgia all day because Georgia subs in like 7-8 linemen every play.
You got to come out hot. You got to put your foot on that throat early.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to get up on Georgia early
and play mistake-free ball.
That's not even a plan anymore because Stockton's done able to score. They dropped 45 on Tennessee.
You got to play mistake-free football because you make mistakes, that'll give them the leeway to make those plays.
Yeah, because Georgia's evolving right before our eyes, man. They starting to score 40. I ain't seen Georgia do that long time.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that's something to pay attention to, man. So, like I said, kind of touched on this game a little bit, man. But I wanted to get y'all thoughts on Texas, right? Are they believable, or is this just a flash in the pan? They just beat up on Mississippi State.
I don't know. I think for me, they're just a flash in the pan. I mean, you have to come back in the fourth quarter and then go into overtime in order to win this game. It's almost like a little bit, like you said earlier, like with Clemson. You give them preseason ranked number 1. Arch Manning, it's like you almost gave him the Heisman beginning of the season. And now you see, okay, this team isn't fully put together correctly. It's basically all on hype. I give them credit for coming back and winning this game, but, I mean, this is Mississippi State. I don't know what that really says. With them coming back and winning, maybe it keeps them in the top 25, but I don't like what Texas is doing this year. I think this is a bust for them for this year. Let it be a different coach. If they had what's his name, Strong, I think that was his name they had several years ago. Yeah, if they had him, they'd be looking to fire him.
I agree.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened when he coached Texas, man. They actually won the game before they fired him, I think.
Right.
The game they shouldn't have won.
Yeah. Like
they beat like Oklahoma or something, I forget.
Yeah, like his tenure at Texas was crazy, man. Like he beat Oklahoma when they had all the Heisman winners, and then you just lose to Kansas. And I'm like, like you do know they don't want you to coach here, right?
Right.
You can't do that.
Paychecks are going to stop.
You on thin ice, brother. Come on.
Like, yo, you can't do that, man. Like, not Kansas. Like, Kansas, it's like that is a basketball school. Like, you can't do that, man. So,
Texas thing this year, though, they're talented, but they've just underperformed all year. Underperformed. Like, I have to agree with him in the fact that you got all the talent in the world, but I'm sorry. The only reason they won this game is because Mississippi State choked it away. We can just be honest with you. Mississippi State should have won this game. Had they not choked it away, I think this is unwarranted. I agree with you. I think it's unwarranted.
Yeah.
And I honestly think just Ryan Wingo bailed out Arch Manning all game long. I mean, I know he didn't get any touchdowns off of Arch Manning, but Ryan Wingo was literally lined up just taking down whoever was in front of him the entire game.
Mm.
I really feel like Arch Manning, the big thing, like as we can see, you have almost 50 pass attempts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The coach is like, I'm giving you the ball. I want you to make the plays. I need you to make the plays. And time again, the fourth quarter, like you said, Mississippi State just choked. It was like they were boxing Arch Manning. They were boxing everything he was doing. They were boxing the run. I mean, there was nothing Texas could really do until Mississippi State, which is kind of, I feel like it's that Miami Hurricanes effect. When you get in the fourth quarter, they're kind of like, all right, we did good. This game is in our hands. All right. I mean, they scored. It's whatever. Oh, they scored again. I mean, we're still up.
Hold on now. Hold on. You're talking about the Hurricanes.
I just saw the same story before. You know what I mean? It just time and time again. And then when the game's over and they win, it just kind of like you sit there. You're like, man, like you said earlier, is this another time you got to listen about Arch Manning for another week? It just,
I'm so over it, bro. Over, and it just sucks because you look at Blake Shapen, he balled out, man.
Yeah.
He earned the freaking W, man, and to have it losing like that just sucks.
Yeah, that was horrible, man. But that's all right, man. You know, Mississippi State, you know, they still recovering, man, from the loss of Mike Leach. So, like, they rebuilding. So this is a good spot, man. This is a good spot to be in, right? So. We'll see. You know, hey, you choked it away, but you can learn from this. Let's not take our foot off the gas, okay?
Yeah.
Because Texas is talented, all right? Like, you don't come back unless you got players like Texas.
That's true.
So, but this is a good spot. Like, I'm not upset at Mississippi State too much, man, because they have to be able to win these games, but you also have to be in games like this to win.
They're ahead of schedule, though. They're way ahead of schedule, and that's good.
I did not think they would have 4 wins. Right?
Yeah, a couple more, they get a bowl game. So
I'm saying they almost bought it.
Yeah,
for real. So
that's a win.
Yeah, for real. So we gotta talk about Ole Miss a little bit, man. So Ole Miss gets the win here. I believe this is Lane Kiffin's first ranked SEC road win or something like that. Some crazy stat they came up with. Oh yeah, but there's one of his first ones. So, but he's in the more so like the Ole Miss won, and it really wasn't all that impressive for real. So my question isn't really about the game. I wanted to get y'all thoughts on the rumors around Lane Kiffin. Is he Florida bound, and do y'all think that's a fit anyway?
I don't know. I think for me, I mean, now after, especially with Brian Kelly, I'm thinking he could be thinking about the LSU job. It's like I never trust Lane. It's like he can be with a team, and then if there's another opportunity that pops up, he's gone. You know. So I feel bad for the kids. I'm glad right now that they are able to move around because with the new NIL sort of deal that they got going on. But yeah, he's the person that's going to talk to the parents. Yeah, I'm going to be here for the next 4 years.
You're going to be out.
You know, since the next opportunity come up,
he gonna pull a Bobby Petrino like Cam always says. How he left the note for him. He's like, yeah, I'm out.
Like, yeah, man, you know, I came here expecting Michael Vick, and he ain't here, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave.
I'm gonna go back to Arkansas. I'm out.
But here's a note for y'all to let you know how much I care. Boy, Bobby Petrino is so, oh my god,
savage,
so funny.
Savage, and he's back running the show, so savage.
Yeah. Hey, he back in Arkansas after all of that shit.
Yeah. I tell you, there was one thing that I noticed. It's a small thing, maybe it's nothing, but after the game, Lane Kiffin, I think it's his son, he's like just playing like horse playing with them, you know, very rough and everything like that. And I was just thinking about it, I was just like, for some odd reason, just gave me vibes of, yeah, he's the one that could say all the right words in your face. You know, like I was saying earlier about, oh, yeah, I'm going to be here with this program. But in the very next moment, he's joking around with the with the administrator at a different college. Yeah, I can turn this program around. It's like you never know with him.
He's a wild card.
Yeah. It's like, wow, after the game, now it's like they're trying to get an interview with you and you like horse playing with your kids. It's like, I never seen a coach do that. I can see a coach, oh, come on over here. Hey, great to see you. But horse playing, like you're in the backyard or something, it's like, that's different.
That's what makes Lane, man.
Right.
Like, different, man. And I feel like that's why he didn't get the Alabama job, because they wanted someone.
You need to fit that mold.
Yeah, they wanted somebody that they could control a little bit.
Oh yeah.
They can't control Lane. You can't. He gonna do what he want. He gonna say what he want, and he gonna produce on the field, right? So if you mad at it, you can't complain because you win it, right? Ole Miss is in one of the best places they've been since about 2015, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been relevant. They've been winning about 9-10 games a year. They've been good under Lane Kiffin, right? So if he takes the LSU job, I guarantee they're gonna be creative, right? And he's gonna feel like, yo, man, he messed up this job. And that's what Lane gonna say. Probably he gonna say something like that. He was wild, man. That's crazy, dog. I got all this talent in my backyard. Oh man, like I'm about to light it up. That's bad for me, by the way.
Yeah, because honestly, Lane Kiffin gives me that Lincoln Riley vibes, where I'm just like, dude, you'll probably leave and take the top 3 players on that team.
Man, Lincoln Riley was so scary, bro. He was so scary. Boy, he freaking hauled ass to the Pac-12. He's like, nah, I can't handle all that. I'm taking the USC job.
It just gives me that type of vibes, because it's just like, and you would be like, hey, can I also get Caleb? Can I also get, my top 3 best players transfer with me? I mean, I showed you how good I could be over here. I feel like that's how Lane Kiffin is, honestly. It's almost like when you get your stock pretty high, you know that your max contract's about to come, and you're like, you know what? I might want to play with the opposite team. I might want to play with the rival team. What are you going to do to keep me to stay? It's like he's at that leverage point. And I feel like right now with his leverage, it's like, well, who can really stop me? Like you said, Cam, it's like, who's gonna control me? Who's going to tell me what I can do? Who's going to tell me what I can't do? Because he's got that power leverage right now. Because Ole Miss is, I think their revenue is bringing in an extra, like, I think $30 million a year every time he's there, just because of him, just because the people and the students are coming in like, oh, Lane Kiffin's here. He's getting that household name for everyone to really want to keep coming back. So he's like, I can go wherever. And like you said, the Florida job, the LSU job, Penn State. I mean, there's a lot of top tier places he could go. And he knows that his name is going to carry all this weight and all those transfers over there too. I mean, he can redo a program overnight.
That's true.
I think that's the scariest part about him is overnight your whole program can change.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that.
I'm just curious to see how this plays out, being like where the dominoes fall with Ole Miss, because I don't necessarily think that they run the table. I think they're in that conversation, but for some crazy reason, we wake up one day and they're national champions. Like, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Right.
But I think if he goes, I think it's an SEC team. I don't see him going to Penn State. I just don't think the fit is there. It just doesn't fit his vibe. But he's real like late, like I don't know.
Yeah, they're not going to give him full control at Penn State.
Yeah, like you seen him do this already, right? He had Tennessee, right? And Ed Orgeron spoke about it because he was the defensive coordinator or defensive line coach with Tennessee when Lane was there. And he said, man, we would have been pretty good because we had some really good players, right? And of course, he went to USC after that. And USC was respectable. I think they were top 10 in offense throughout his whole tenure there, right? Eventually, they were just real bad, right?
Right.
So obviously, Lane Kiffin goes through his, reclamation process with Alabama, then FAU, and then now he obviously is with Ole Miss. I think now he's ready to tackle a bigger challenge, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he's done the rebuilding process. I've been the top-notch offensive coordinator. I've won a national championship there. I basically rebuilt FAU, right? They won like 10 games and won all their conference titles, right? So now we're Ole Miss, and we were one step away from the playoff, and it didn't happen, right? But that's where Ole Miss is. They always gonna be there. They were there
Right.
when Archie Manning was there. That's
Mhm.
how
Yeah.
close they were. That's how close they always get.
Mm.
So you could never get to that point of like, I need to contend, because you can never really, one, keep those players in Mississippi, and you can't get people to come to Ole Miss like that. But with LSU, you got countless NFL players, right? You got
Mhm.
Yeah.
countless coaches that's come from there, right? You can get somebody to come there, right? The hardest part is how many players you can get. You can only keep so many. It's
Right.
so
Yeah.
many players. that
I think he fit. I think he
Louisiana.
fits better there than Florida. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, because I think Florida's like there's pressure in both spots. Okay,
Right.
but like that Florida pressure, man, like that shit
Florida.
bottles over so quick. Like Florida's just a different animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Florida.
Urban Meyer set the thing so high that it's like they
No.
expect that and some.
That
It's like
was
LSU expects
scarier.
like LSU expects that and some, but the vibe is different. Like they're a little bit more patient, and they have talent out there. Obviously, Florida's like a top freaking option in college athletes, but I don't know if he wants to deal with that extra BS or deal with the extra drama with the AD or whoever. I think if he would go to, and this biased aside, but I feel like if he come there, if he go to Baton Rouge, for instance, I think they would just let him have fun, just do whatever he want.
Yeah.
I think he'd have freelance to do whatever.
I mean, yeah, Brian Kelly before when he was getting transfers was taking pictures with them, doing things I never thought he would do. Like I was like,
that was very cringe, bro. Everybody in our group, there's a guy in our group chat. There's a guy in our group chat, Andrew, and I'm pretty sure he's watching. That he brings that up all the time. He was too busy grinding on 18-year-olds, bro. It's like so yeah, I agree. It was very cringe to say the least.
That
Yeah.
reminds you of that what coach for Louisville used to ride around on a motorcycle with a girl.
Oh
on his back?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, man, Lane is gonna be good, man. But Florida, I wouldn't go to. So we gotta talk about this dude right here, man. 600 yards passing, man. Shout out to him. What y'all think about this performance, man? North Texas is 7-1. Like, let's just keep that in mind, right? But 600 yards, like, can we see this happen more in college football or not so much?
Honestly, moving forward, just in the next 4 to 5 years, we're seeing a lot of high schoolers coming out from their like high schools throwing like almost averaging 400 yards a game, something that's ridiculous. Where it's like these players are coming in wanting to throw the ball, and like you said, if you run an air raid or a spread way of the game, these quarterbacks can come in, they can rule the game, they can play how they want, they can do these things. But with North Texas and seeing this like 600 yards. I think it was like last year, like Jackson Dart threw for almost like 500 yards against a team. And I'm just seeing it more often and often where it's just like, man, this transfer portal is really pairing up these guys with some of these players that they were like, man, if I just had you in high school, we could have won state more. If I would have just had you in my old school, we could have, been the best duo in our conference. But this right here is surprising just because I'm like, man, out of everything, 600 yards, you only have one interception. I mean, that's pretty good to me in my eyes. Especially when you get the control of the whole team and you just feel like unstoppable. It's just like no one can guard whatever you're thinking, whatever you're throwing. And I know that one interception, I think he just forced it. It was just kind of like, well, I mean, I'm already up. I'm already up like 400 yards. Does it really matter? So, I mean, going forward, seeing that type of play, yeah, I can see it more because I just see defense declining over the years in college football. Just kind of like we're getting a little farther and farther away from it. But yeah, I can see more games that are close to that 450, 500 mark.
I don't know if you guys seen the quarterback, his story. The guy was a 0-star recruit coming out of high school.
Wow.
0-star, like literally from the bottom, and came up, and now he's balling. So it's a really cool story to say the least. I'm pretty sure Cam had seen that.
Yeah, man, like kind of like dude from Ole Miss. Like Ole Miss, the guy he was like he's a 0 recruit, man. Like, and wins all those national titles in Division II, and then gets an opportunity to play. So Like that's the stories I like, man. I like when like people like Cam Ward. Cam Ward was a 0-star, right?
Yeah.
Bet on himself at Incarnate Word, right? Balled out there, and then bet on himself at Washington State. Needed to develop a little bit, right? The NFL was right there. They saw how good he was going to be, but nobody was willing to invest a top draft pick in him. So you bet on yourself again at Miami, and now you're the number 1 overall pick, right? So
Right.
I just always like to put that in our shorts, right? When I see stories like this, just because kids be on YouTube, right? And you never know there's a kid out there that's like, man, I'm not getting any offers, man. Nobody really sees me play. That's what I like to tell the kids, man. Just always stay ready. Stay ready. And somebody's watching. Believe me, somebody's watching, man. Because somebody's going to need a player at Joe Blow position, or they're going to need some player somewhere. Somebody's watching. You just got to be ready for that opportunity. So I love stuff like this, 600 yards, man. And in today's climate, somebody's going to say, yo, we need that.
Yeah, I like this story. I guess the one thing that does come to mind, I think about, I hope he stays with this team, or if he goes to a different team, he doesn't do, and the first thought I thought about when you brought up his stats, I started thinking about, what's his name, Caden Salter, the quarterback for Colorado. And he set all those records at Liberty, and then it's like, oh, okay, let me go here to Colorado. I'm going to get that TV time. And look how it's like you went up too far. Maybe Colorado wasn't the team that you need to go to.
And it wasn't a stable situation either. That didn't help.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, maybe follow Cam Ward's sort of thing. Okay, go to a Washington State, a team like that after North Texas, and just keep building up,
I said that about Billy Napier on the coaching side, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went back and forth, me and Brandon, about he was really good at ULL, right? But that was such a big jump. Like that's like going from Seton Hall to North Carolina in basketball, right? That's the kind of job. That's the kind of job that you jump to, right? You didn't even take like Texas in basketball. That would be a middle ground, right? Still Division I, but in between Seton Hall and North Carolina, right? So for them to go from ULL to Florida is crazy, right?
Yeah. So
y'all excuse me for a minute. Somebody about to get yelled at because there's too much going on now.
I'm gonna keep it going, bro. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Gotcha. Cool. All right. So we're gonna start picking some games. Big SEC matchup with a lot of implications on the line. Vanderbilt wants to keep their streak alive while Texas is trying to stay relevant and trying to claw their way back into maybe a possible playoff picture. Me personally, I like the fact that it's in Austin. I think that's a really good advantage for Texas. But I'm, like I said before, I'm not really sold on them, especially having to come back the way they did. I think Vanderbilt's playing really good ball. They chew the clock. They play mistake-free football. They play really hard-nosed. They score with all opportunities. I got to take Vandy. I can't believe I'm saying that. You would have told me 6 months ago who am I picking, and I wouldn't have said that. But, yeah, Vandy for me, yeah. I think they keep the streak alive.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm looking at Vandy. I think after Vandy lost to Alabama, I mean, that was such a devastating loss for them. And I think moving forward, they are determined. We are not going to drop the ball anymore. And so I think they're going to go into Austin and they're going to give them a game. They're going to give them a game. And I think this is going to wake up the SEC. If they're not believers yet, I think Vandy is going to make sure everyone knows, because they know what Texas can do. They don't care about Texas' record and everything. But this is a big game for Vandy, and I'm going with Vandy on this
one. I would say I'm going to go with Texas, and simply because the Texas. I know it sounds crazy.
Like, wait a minute, rewind.
I know it sounds crazy because in watching Vandy, it's like I see it. I see that domination. I see what they're doing. Like you said, they're holding the ball, chewing the clock. But I feel like this Mississippi State game being like that hype up game for Texas, and Arch is seeing the ball, people catching it, big yards. He's going to be out in his own home. He's going to have that confidence kind of exerting out of him. And Ryan Wingo going up against a Vandy cornerback where he's going to be like, okay, I've got that big game. And I feel like this big game, and they know it. I feel like this game, they know if we even lose, it's almost like everyone's getting fired. Everyone's getting chewed out. Everyone's getting transferred. Everyone's leaving. It's almost like this game is the make or break for Texas. And I feel like that most important, the fans and the atmosphere are going to put that on to Vandy because everyone there is having that feeling like if we lose, everyone's gone. The Texas hype is gone. We're not going to have another opportunity like this. The Arch Manning talk's going to be gone. It's just all these things of just there's so much on the line for Texas that if Vandy, like you said, Vandy doesn't come in mistake free, even one turnover or one big game or one explosive momentum play could change how Vandy plays for the rest of the game for Texas. And of course, being in Austin is crazy, especially with all those factors on the line. It's kind of like, man, it's hard to go against that Texas team when it's like the stars are aligning for them.
So I'm gonna piggyback. So Chris is a Vandy fan. He said, well, if Matt Crawford starts for Texas, which is the guy who came in last, Vanderbilt will have some trouble. I think that, but I think the big difference maker for me is going to be the quarterback position. But I'm not sold that Texas can contain Pavia. He's lethal. I'm sorry. The guy can squeak. It's just like this. It's similar to Lenore Sellers in the sense that you think you got him, he's squeaking out.
Yeah.
He's really good at extending plays and putting the ball where it needs to be mistake-free. Like, I think Texas can give Vanderbilt. I think it'll be a test because they realize this is like, you need to win this game to keep in because if they drop this one, more times than not, that's over with for them.
Yeah, that's true.
But Texas has a lot more question marks for me. And the wins that Vandy has, like beating LSU 2 weeks ago, great win. That win against Missouri is a huge win.
Yeah.
Like Missouri is a really good team, and Vandy put their freaking foot on their throat, and they freaking won that game.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was not that bad.
But I'm not saying I didn't say they blew them out, but I'm saying it was a statement.
Well, you made it seem like it was that bad.
No, I just said they put their foot on their throat. Like they closed out, they won when they needed to.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a big statement. And
I
think you beat them at home too. Like that's a big statement win. Missouri had a chance to beat Bama a couple weeks ago. That's a good team.
True.
They've been on a streak of really good wins. I like the fact that this is at home, but I'm not convinced that Texas can contain Pavia. Cam knows what it's like to play, and they didn't do too bad against him. But like I'm just not convinced. I feel like Texas has a lot more question marks, although they might have better talent, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What you think, Cam?
Man, I would love to just say Texas will win this game, right? But this ain't the regular Vandy team,
Ain't your grandpa? This ain't Chris's Vandy team,
Yeah, this ain't the Vandy team you're used to, man. So I'm gonna say Vandy wins this one, man, and they play a little bit of game of keep away. And they get like 40 minutes of time of possession. And they just pick up first down, score a little bit, pick up first down, and Texas might have a horrible time of possession. Like to win this game, they're gonna have to score early, right? They're gonna have to, because if they don't, all Vandy gonna do is play keep away, and like you ain't gonna ever get the ball back. Trust me, I know. Okay, I know, man. Man, when they beat us that last year, we had 19 minutes of time of possession. That ain't even half the game. So, there you go, man. So I got Vandy in this one, man. I really think that you see the difference in experience between him and Arch Manning, right? That experience to just win and just be able to just know how to win. Arch Manning don't know how to do that yet. He's just figuring out how to play quarterback at the college football level. And just to think, people thought he was going to be the number one overall.
Been talking about it since January, bro. Oh, Lord.
No way. No way.
He's like,
You would be a fool.
Fool's gold. Fool's gold.
That's like picking Achilles Smith, bro.
Oof.
Like, what are you doing? All right, so just to let y'all know, you might like, why the fuck is Hawaii on here? Let me explain. All right,
We are.
Me and Brandon are big Hawaii fans. All right, we both spent time watching Hawaii, staying up at midnight, catching those what's that, the Western Athletic Conference games.
The whack.
So we both spent our time watching Colt Brennan just throw for 5,000 yards in one game, right? We love that shit, right? And Hawaii is bowl eligible now. So we excited and we love the Rainbow Warriors, man. So they take their talents to San Jose State.
It's Hawaii or die, bro.
Yeah, this
you gonna ride or die.
Yeah, this is gonna be probably an extra.
I wish they'd be the group of five. I wish they'd be the group of five, Cam.
Yeah, we want them to be the representative of the group of five. Probably won't happen, but that's okay because they're gonna be all right, man. So I would just assume that we all going for Hawaii in this place.
I'm with you.
It's so funny because on my college football rebuild, I've been like San Jose State just off a whim. So just seeing this, it's just like, man, this would hurt if I choose against the team I've been rebuilding.
He's breaking his loyalty.
I know.
Yeah,
He's about to jump ship. He gonna go and be like, man, you know what? Nah, I want to go there, bro.
You know what? It's time for a promotion, man.
Time for a shake.
Leave the Spartans where they at, man.
I know. That's why I'm like, man, this is hard, but I know Hawaii's gonna beat down on them. I watched some San Jose State just because I've been playing with them. I'm like, man, this team.
Hey, Hawaii's quarterback's legit.
Yeah, he is.
That dude could throw, bro.
Yeah, and San Jose State, man, they ain't been good for a while.
Yeah, Walker is not doing that good over there. I'll say that right now. Yeah, I mean, he's got 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but I mean, they keep losing close games.
Yeah, man. But like I said, man, San Jose is a gateway job to something else. If you win there, you're gonna get another job.
It's like we always compare it to like Duke. Duke is just one of those jobs. Like, look at Mike Elko. Mike Elko's in a really good spot now. Man, Diaz is doing okay there. He's probably gonna get another opportunity.
Yeah,
right.
Steve Spurrier, same thing.
Yeah, man. Like North Carolina was like that for a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mac Brown started there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, if you can win at those basketball schools, right, like Kansas and Illinois too, as well. Like, if you can win at those schools, you'll get another job somewhere.
Right.
But Hawaii is going to get this
one. Yeah.
All right, man.
I think we're about to get to the. Nope, got more.
We got one more, man. Like I said, this would be a good one. And honestly, I think this might be because we're starting to separate the SEC teams now.
Yeah.
In terms of the standings for the college football playoffs, right? So you might see a lot of 10-2 SEC teams, right? So I want to say Oklahoma has lost
twice,
right?
Yeah.
He has lost twice. So this is for a college football playoff berth in this particular game. So I'm actually going to go with Tennessee because Mateer has been struggling with that coming back from that arm or finger injury or something he had. He hasn't looked the same. He looked nothing like he was at Washington State, even before the arm injury, right? So I'm liking what Tennessee's doing. Obviously, we beat them by a couple of scores, but they definitely didn't play that. So, like I said, I'm going with Tennessee here because offensively they are nasty.
I will say you got to give Oklahoma credit though. Got one of the nation's top defenses. Like, they're really good. Give them credit there. They're going to keep them in this game. But that Oklahoma offense is not going to hang as many points as Tennessee just knows how to score in their sleep. It doesn't matter if they're blindfolded, backwards, neon lights. It don't matter. They're going to score whatever against whoever. I think Oklahoma's defense will keep it interesting. And Mateer might not be bad, but you've seen him regress. Like, he didn't look bad before the injury. He's actually looking pretty decent. But since then, you see a level of hesitation, and the ball's just not coming out the same way. Yeah, I got to in Rocky Top. Yeah, give me Tennessee. I think Oklahoma's going to get put back in their place.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I'm going with Tennessee. I was kind of disappointed. I was kind of actually rooting for Oklahoma against Ole Miss yesterday. But when Mateer wasn't able to hit those down and out passes, and I mean, he's scratching his head like, I don't know what happened. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of like, going back to Caleb Williams, trying to hit it down and out. It was just bad. So I think the injury, it's really had an effect on him. And I don't know. I don't see them winning this game. So I'm definitely going with Tennessee on this one.
Yeah, I got Tennessee just because I know Joey's always looking for that big play, and Oklahoma just can't stop big plays. I think that's one of the biggest things that they have a problem with is, if anything, they could do good, like if you're trying to be methodical, just drive. But if they got that play, like that one play, like this is our home run, Oklahoma just gives it up. I mean, probably 8 out of 10 times. And Joey's always looking for the big play. And it doesn't matter. Like, he could get pressured. They could contain him. He's like, it doesn't matter. He's still going to step up in the pocket and make the big throw. I mean, that's the one thing Joey's known for.
Guys open down there somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's his thing. He'll step up into a D tackle's face and be like, I see him. It doesn't matter. And Oklahoma just for time and time again, that secondary just can't stop, can't stop an open wound. So it just doesn't really matter what they do. It's just, I got Tennessee on this one.
All right, man.
Clean sweep.
So, yeah, man, we got the NFL stuff, man. We're going to take a quick commercial break, man. Like I said, we love having y'all on here, man.
That's great.
We hate that it went so long, man, but we love college football, man. So if y'all stick around, man, we're going to go through this NFL real quick, man, and then we good after that.
All right, cool.
For sure.
All right.
Be right back, guys.
All right,
we're back.
All right, we back. We most definitely back, man. All right, let's get this NFL stuff, man. NFL is usually quicker than the
this is wild. What the hell, Cincy? What the hell, Joe Flacco? Y'all was up. So, I did not know this happened. That's embarrassing.
It turns out that the problems weren't Justin Fields, as their owner said. No. It wasn't his fault. Right? Maybe the team's just ass, dog. But you know what? I love the fact that Justin Fields came out and balled out, man. Like I said, he hasn't been terrible. Like, I don't know what their owner was thinking. Like, I just think, oh, well, maybe we're going to be bad and then we're going to draft another Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, why would we draft another Zach Wilson? No, that never really panned out at all. So, yeah. But you know who's still playing good? Joe Flacco, man. Shout out to him. Being a Ravens fan, man, I love me some Joe Flacco, man. That's our first franchise quarterback.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Number one. Like, don't matter. Everybody said, "Oh man, Lamar's number one." Lamar ain't got the jury. Remember that. Flacco does. So it don't matter how many MVPs you get. As long as Joe Flacco has the championship, he's up there with Trent Dilfer. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not for coaching. Not for coaching.
Not for coaching. But hey, he's Super Bowl champion though, and you can't take that from him.
True.
But like I said, the Bengals take the loss here. But you see their defense. Me and Brandon both said that defensively it was going to be rough this season, right? They brought back Trey Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart. It ain't worth a damn. You can't cover nobody. But nonetheless, man, shout out to the Jets, man, getting that first win, man. They really needed that, man. You can't go. You can't do it, man, because then you're in danger of really like firing.
I was kind of hoping to see 0-17. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually wanted to see that. The Jets are cursed anyway.
You're so mean. Why would you want to do that? Like we saw that with Detroit.
But the Lions are better now. So like, why not get rid of that cloud and just give it to the Jets? Okay.
We've seen it with Cleveland, and they still suck.
That's irreversible too.
Yeah, that's bad. That's horrible. But what did y'all think about the Jets getting their first win, man? Can they get some more? That's the question. Like, I don't know.
I think 3 at the most. I don't see them getting anything more than that.
Yeah, I mean, they got 500 yards of offense. All you got to do is do that.
They played the Bengals. That's why.
Yeah, but they got Cleveland coming up next. So
Cleveland got good defense, though. They just ain't got shit.
Yeah, man. Well, you're at 5 sacks today. Crazy, right?
Cam's like, I don't want to see that.
No, not at all.
I just wish we would have traded for him. You can't trade for somebody after 5 sacks. You got to give up 5 first rounders. Like
Williams trade.
First rounder for every sack he just got. Like, ain't nobody trying to be like Ricky Williams, man. The Saints, like, who trading out for? Like Ricky, good. Ricky was good, but not
Ricky run, but damn.
Yeah.
But
for all those picks.
But you know what's crazy about that trade though? It didn't work out for either side.
That's one of the only lose trades. That was bad.
The Saints got Ricky Williams. They were really bad still. And the Redskins did nothing with all those draft picks. Zero Pro Bowlers, 0 anything. Nothing.
Oops.
So nothing, man.
And that was what our coach, Mike Ditka, wasn't it? He was the one.
Ditka was in New Orleans and Gibbs was still in Washington.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy how many like coaches go to New Orleans just to see their career end.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee's starting to become that place. Oh, they've been that place.
Yeah.
I was doing my time machine, man, and Hank Stram, who was the longtime coach for the Chiefs, his career in New Orleans, it was bad.
Wow!
Look at Kenny Stabler.
Oh wow, that's right. He did go there.
We got Earl Campbell too.
Yeah.
At the end.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm glad y'all got a Super Bowl, man. But the Jets will be drafted in the top 5 this year. That is for sure. All right, so like I said, nothing really to talk here, man, about the game per se. But boy, Saquon Barkley really hates the Giants. That's crazy.
He rushed by 30 yards last week. He's like, okay, I'm gonna just save it for next week.
He's like, okay, I've woken up from my hibernation. It's time to go for $150. How about y'all? So, like, yeah. But AJ Brown, I don't think played in this game, and I don't think it mattered, man. This is one of them games where you just like, let's just beat them and then let's just get out of here. You know, the Giants, man, I felt like they had the pieces to be a surprise playoff team, right? Because I was looking at Russell I want to say Russell Westbrook so bad. Russell Wilson. They had Russell Wilson. I was like, okay, what's cool, right? They got a 1,000-yard rusher coming back, and you had Neighbors. Then you had Jalen Hyatt. I'm thinking he was going to take another step forward. So you had some weapons there, right? But I was more impressed. I was more impressed with their defensive line, right? You got Thibodeau, you got Burns, and you got Dexter Lawrence II, right? So I'm thinking, all right, man, you could steal some games just based off of rushing and passing, right? And then Russ is a smart quarterback, so he's not going to just make decisions out here that just make no sense, right? I was wrong. He did do that. he did make those decisions that he shouldn't make, and that's just sucks, man. But going into the draft, like that's where our conversation kind of started, right? Where I was thinking they were going to be a surprise playoff team, was going into the draft. I said, man, at 2, I think you should go after Ashton Jeanty because I'm thinking if you're going to win some games, you might want to get another running back that you can lean on, right?
Right.
Like we get up on the Eagles, right? We can run. We can steal some games, right? First down. Game over. We won 14-7. That's cool, right? We can do some shit like that. They didn't want to do that. Now, they did go after dude from Penn State, right? And that was cool. That makes your defensive linebacker room a lot stronger, right? But you still have that problem of running the football. And that's why they keep losing right now, right? Because Dart's playing okay. He's not playing bad, right?
Right.
But you can't salt away any wins, right? I love Scatterbo. I do. I think
he ain't gonna last a couple of years, bro. He keeps wanting to run through walls, bro.
That's what I was saying, man. I was like, dude is a maniac.
Yeah. He's like
a maniac.
He plays like he smells smelling salts every play.
I needed a running back that's a little bit down on the crazy scale, okay?
Right.
Right? I seen the playoff game he had, man. That shit was wild. But he is batshit crazy, man. Like that's cool for like 3 years, right? That's some Earl Campbell shit, right? I can run you over. I can run your defensive player over, right? I tackle him. But you can only do that for about 8 years, and then you see how Earl Campbell kind of went down after that. But it can't be that violent, man. So that's what I was thinking, man. So the Giants are struggling now, right? They'll probably be picking in the top 10 again. And I think Dayball will probably be gone after this.
Keep getting fined for looking in the freaking training booth.
He's like,
what
man,
you
look,
doing, bro? This ain't high school, bro.
He's like,
high
you
school.
gotta come out here. You gotta come out here because Russ fucking this up. Stand the ball off. That's all I need you to do.
Yeah. Since I'm a Giants fan, this one sucked.
Oh man, bro!
I've watched this game. I know the Giants. The Giants rooms on Twitter and everything was crazy because I mean the refereeing during this game was horrendous. I'm just gonna put that out there. The refs were horrendous. They had a touch push that they blew early when they had a fumble.
Yeah,
they had a pass interference on Darius Slayton down the field for a touchdown. But then again, with Brian Daboll, it's like you have Cordell Flott-Lily had a concussion in the game. You send him back out before like 30 seconds left, and then he comes back out. And you're like, oh yeah, I think he does have a concussion. It's like, yeah, he does. So it's just one of these things where, and then Cam Scatterbo, like you said, him being hurt. I mean, he dislocated his ankle today. So it just became this whole issue of just like, man, these games that we're reeling together, and then Brian Daboll coming off last week, like, I know it was bad. Shane Bowen's prevent defense was always gets us into troubles. No one's getting fired. Everybody's still good. I was just like, nah, I can't do this. And like I said to my friend earlier on the phone, I was like, look, man, I don't think I can watch another one of these Giants games. Like I can't get my emotions up in this.
How do you feel about Daboll? Like, do you feel like he's your guy? Like, do you want to give him that benefit of the doubt, or like, are you kind of under the impression, like, no, I just want to go with one of these younger guys and we just start over?
It became one of these things where earlier in the year you heard him say, "I want Darius Slayton gone. I don't want Russell Wilson. I want Cam Scatterboo." It was like he was pleading to Joe Shane, like, "Please give me these players, and I want to start them. I want to do them." And Joe Shane would override him, like, "No, we can get Russ, a veteran. We can get that." And I was just like, man. And at this point in time, it's getting to where it's like, look, Brian, I get it. You have injuries. Malik Neighbors goes down. You have all these things. You had Jalen Hyatt, and I was explaining a number one SEC wide receiver year after year after year that you're drafting, and Jalen Hyatt doesn't perform. Wanda Robinson's like mid. Then you got Malik Neighbors, who is like, okay, he gets hurt, but he was already off and on the field last year with different injuries and things. So it's kind of
y'all
like,
ain't got no luck with receivers, bro.
Dude, none.
Really don't.
And then as soon as someone leaves from our team, they become all pro.
Like,
win
bro,
a championship.
Like ever since y'all had Victor Cruz and OBJ, it's like, nah. Like, no.
Yeah.
They had Hakeem Nicks too, and he had some big ass hands.
And it just like from there on for this team, it's getting to the point like, man, either Joe Shane needs to leave or Brian Daboll needs to leave.
I like Daboll too, man.
I do too. That's the same.
But he's like, see, he's got the Brian Kelly thing. He's like, nah, dog. Like, I think it's time, bro.
Dude, it is time. It's time because it's just like we're up on games playing prevent defense with 30 seconds left. It's like they just need a field goal. Broncos, Cowboys, time and time again. We're playing the Saints. You have an offensive team that we're literally in there. Jackson Dart, I mean, it feels good to finally have a franchise quarterback. But losing these games and going through with these games, it just is like I can't do this week after week.
I hear Joe Judge is available.
At this point, just get Brian Daboll off my team.
Maybe Tom Coughlin will come back.
Man, he doesn't want to do that.
After that Hard Knocks episode where dude's like, yeah, maybe we should trade Saquon Barkley and keep Jones.
I'm like, what are you smoking? Because I
was like, you know what? You said this on camera. Like, you watched this back on TV, and that made sense to you? That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And now they're both going and they're both balling.
Speaking of dropping dimes, right? Let's talk about Danny Dimes.
It's about to be Danny Dollars. Drop the dimes, man. Cam. Drop the dimes.
So we got a thing on here, man, where we drop dimes. Let's drop some dimes. Let's drop some dimes, man. I apologize.
He's
Dude,
like,
this hurts a little bit. But guess what? Daniel Jones done kicked Anthony Richardson out of Indianapolis. Boy, he been off the chain, man. This is crazy, man.
We have a guy like this every year, bro.
For 29 is absolutely diabolical, man. Not only did he leave New York, right, which is probably a good thing, right? He got another good running back. We just forget about Jonathan Taylor. Like, he don't run for 100 yards a game, right?
Right.
He's excited because I actually got a quarterback that want to play.
Mm-hmm.
I got a nice quarterback, man. Boy, man, I didn't see this coming, man. I don't think me and Brandon saw this coming.
It's the same thing. Like, we don't mean to pick on you, but last year it was like Cam came up with the Darnold train thing because Darnold was killing it last year. So it's like Daniel Jones is kind of just filled into that role.
Yeah,
and we have a guy every year. But I know as a Giants fan, you just like, man, like what is going on, bro?
Dude.
Like we let Barkley slip through the cracks. We pay Jones. He plays like freaking cheeks. He leaves, doesn't play at all Minnesota. Indianapolis is like, he might back up Anthony Richardson. And we get in the freaking training camp, and I'm like, Cam, no, he's going to start, dog.
Wow.
Anthony Richardson was too busy making mixtapes. Like, this is like throwing the ball like Drew. If he was throwing the ball like Drew Brees, like he said, it'd be a much different story. But, man.
I said, coming into training camp, right? I said, Anthony Richardson can't miss no practice.
No,
he can't miss no preseason game. And he got to look good while not missing it, right? The problem was he looked bad in practice and in training camp, and he looked bad in the preseason game, and he got hurt.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yo, Daniel Jones finna take this spot, man.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't think he was gonna be this good. I just thought he was gonna be like better than him. And
Tony's like,
considering
nah,
how
I'm
bad
good.
Anthony Richardson was, that ain't that much, right?
He's just like, I'm sick of y'all, bro. I don't know why I came on here. Like, I'm sick of y'all.
Why we bring these two games up?
It just sucks so much to where it's like you have your girlfriend that she leaves you, and you're like, oh, she'll never do better than me. Then you get Saquon as offensive MVP on Madden doing backwards hurdles, and you get Daniel Jones getting contract extensions, being the most winning quarterback. I'm like,
makes you think that Eli Manning Super Bowl was a long time ago now. Like, that's tough, bro. I feel for you. I feel for you.
It just sucks that after every game,
Eli wasn't that bad.
Eli wasn't that bad, and it's just like after every game, it just sucks where you're just talking to your friends. You're like, so here's what I got on my mock draft so far. And it's like
no projected top 5.
Damn,
I like this guy.
You in draft season already?
Dude, you were like that last week.
I think he's been in draft season for about a month or so.
Dude, we're just like, oh yeah, I'll take Caleb Downs. Oh yeah, I'll take some. I'm like, dude, this is our conversations every week. This.
I don't know who. If we talking draft, I don't know who they would get in the top 5.
I think they got to take best available. I mean,
yeah.
Who's that gonna be?
Honestly, man, like
Caden Proctor.
Work on that offensive line.
Caden Proctor would be great.
Yeah, man. If you can get Evan Neal, right? I don't know how good he's been, but he was pretty good at Alabama. But if you can get him and you can get Caden Proctor on the other side,
that'll fix that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good bookend on your offensive line, man. They both big as shit, so they might as well block somebody.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they're that far off, though. I feel like y'all just had some really. I feel like y'all just had some really crappy circumstances. I think y'all aren't that far off, and I feel like the East is like obviously Philly's the team. But I feel like that second spot can go almost any way because Washington's underperformed. You don't know what the hell you're gonna get from Dallas on a week-by-week basis,
right?
And it's like the Giants. It's like, man, we just need like a piece or two. We could freaking go 8-8, 9 wins, depending,
Right, 2 weeks ago, you just beat the Eagles.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
anything's possible. So, I mean, you could be a Titans fan,
but I ain't.
Yeah, I mean,
I
could be a Titans fan.
We ain't had Colts 7-1 at this point. Though.
No, we did not. I think we had Indy probably in that 2 or 3 spot. We didn't have them last. Yeah. I just didn't know what they were going to have offensively because I'm like, defensively they're not bad and they got weapons. But I'm like, if Richardson plays, I'm like, that's a wild card.
Last, though.
But what's interesting with all of this is the story coming in was now you have the daughters basically taking over ownership.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the main daughter. I mean, she's out there basically with a notepad
on the sidelines,
right? And it's like that was the main story. But now, since they've been winning, nobody cares about that anymore. Let her do what she's gonna do.
I love their approach.
Right?
They're very straight to business. Like, look, if you're not gonna help us win games. Like, I think when they had Jones in the building, they're like, look, you got a legit shot. I think they seen something. I think they seen something. They're like, man, Anthony Richardson, we got too many question marks. And like Cam said, if you miss any time or if you give me any inclination that you just ain't got it, we got a guy. He's shown us he can do stuff before. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, and you don't have that pressure of New York, man, where they got like crazy expectations all the time.
They didn't have no expectations in Indy either. It was just kind of like, we'll just see what we got because Steichen came in the year kind of on the hot seat.
Like, hey, we got this all-pro running back, and we got a good offensive line, we got a receiver or two. And we got Tyler Warren in the first round. So we got some weapons, man.
Yeah.
We need somebody to distribute the football.
Right.
We don't need all of that. And it worked.
That's true.
It's working right now, man. So I don't know, man. But damn. Tighten your ass, man. All right, man.
He don't want to talk about this.
Oh no,
I gotta talk about my Ravens.
You hitting on all their teams that they came.
I know, man.
My bad. It's the way the show worked, man. I wasn't even gonna talk about the Ravens because
There's that questionnaire that we filled out earlier.
I assumed that we lost anyway. So I was like, hey, whatever, man. But we brought back Tyler
Huntley. Better than Cooper Rush.
Yes.
Way better.
Yes. Oh my God. When I said Cooper Rush is the backup, I said, please don't get hurt, Lamar.
He got hurt.
Boy, Cooper Rush was garbage with the damn Cowboys, man. I was like, yo, if he backing up Dak Prescott, how bad will they really be? Dak Prescott pretty bad too now. Like, oh man. But you know what? All right, I was excited to see that Huntley got to start, man. Because he fits, he's a Dollar General Lamar Jackson. All right. All right. You know what I'm saying? Not the premium brand, but guess what? It get the job done when you need it. And boy, he did start a playoff game for us as well. So guess what? I was happy to see that. I was like, well, maybe we might a little bit. Because the Bears got Caleb Williams, and he throw the ball all over the yard. They got weapons. So I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna go. Our defense is ass. So I'm like, hey, this might be his best game of the year. Turns out we actually played some pretty cool defense today, right? Still gave up 300 yards, but only 16 points, right? So I was happy about that, right? My Mike Green got a sack, man. Love to see the young players playing. I think we should have did that from the beginning. I was like, yo, these old dudes ain't doing it. Get them up out here. Just play the young dudes. Just play Starks. Right?
You gotta learn somehow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Play Starks, play Green, right? The picks you got in the draft, man. Just play them. Buchanan was cool. Play him too, right? All them old dudes, Alexander, right? They done it. All right. It's the reason why the Packers got rid of them. Okay. Why do we pick them up? It makes no sense, right? So I'm happy about that. Maybe Lamar Jackson comes back next week, and we might see a little bit better, right? But we got a long way to go. We got to play this week after week because we can't think about the playoffs right now. Because at the end of the day, we ain't in it.
How you feeling about the Bears after today? How do you feel about you guys going forward?
For me, I'm disappointed. I mean, to be honest, we had a 4-game win streak. This almost gives vibes of last year. We were 4-2 last year, and then we ended up losing 10 in a row. I don't think we're going to lose 10 in a row like we did last year, but I saw that we were moving the ball down the field. My only problem is Caleb Williams. It's like when you really need him to pick up a third down or something like that, it's like he's throwing the ball behind someone, or he's fumbling the snap, or he's getting sacked. So here we are 6-0 where it should have been 14-0. And I just thought that we just regressed. We just went backwards as opposed to building on what Ben Johnson has put in place. We just went backwards. We couldn't get to the Ravens quarterback. I think we had maybe one sack. We were able to hold Derrick Henry, to 71 yards? But then their quarterback ends up having 53. So it's like, I don't know what was really going on with this game. It just seemed like we just assumed. I know they said at beginning of the game, they were thinking that Lamar was going to be playing. And then they heard on Saturday that he wasn't. I don't know, from that point, did we just put our foot off the gas and sort of think, okay, we should be able to run our regular plays. Our defense should be able to get some pressure. And I think with that type of attitude, at least to me, it showed that's exactly what their mindset was. Lamar's not playing. We can hold Derrick Henry. We should have this game. And it just turned out that with the mistakes, especially with Caleb, we're like within our own, we're not like 12-yard line or something like that. Then he ends up throwing an interception.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just basically was the end of the game for us.
It's that fingernail polish, bro. It's that damn fingernail polish. Caleb Williams, that damn fingernail polish.
Yeah. He's more concerned about that than, hitting open receivers. Or when he sees open receivers, it's almost like he's thinking, I'm not going to throw it. I'm just going to run.
The talent's there, man. It just seems like he thinks too much. Just let it, like, you guys got to let it be natural. I mean, when we see him play at his best, it didn't seem like he was thinking at all. It just came natural to him.
Mhm.
Right. He's got crazy arm talent, man.
Crazy ain't the word. He got like Jamarcus Russell arm talent. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, like, yo, he was like effortlessly throwing that ball 60 yards flat-footed at USC. So I'm like, yo, he got something working, man. And I'm thinking Ben Johnson coming in, being the offensive coordinator for the Lions, I'm thinking, okay, well, let's open it up a little bit, right? But I do think the problem with the Bears, and it's been the problem for a while, man, the running backs. They need somebody. They need somebody to run the ball. Like, I like Swift, but Swift wasn't that good in Philly. And frankly, I think that's why they lost this first Super Bowl to the Chiefs, because he couldn't get the ball rolling. He couldn't run.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened between him and Georgia, the Lions, the Eagles, now Chicago. He just hasn't looked the same. And I thought he was the more dynamic out of all of those Georgia running backs. So I don't know. But they need a bell cow, man.
They haven't had that guy since Forte. Like, I liked when they had Cohen.
Yeah.
And I liked when they had Montgomery, but it just seemed like injuries and just didn't have no luck. Like, that last time they had a really good guy was Forte.
At this point, shit.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing about it. I think the past 2 weeks, we led the league in rushing.
That's crazy, too. It's crazy how things work.
And then we don't even get 100 yards, today.
But I mean, the Bears are 4-3, man. So I mean, this is an improvement.
They're not far off. I don't feel like just
they're
some
not far
improvements
at
here and
all.
there.
I think they're good. Man. You got the quarterback. He's obviously, I would say, probably the best quarterback y'all had potential wise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, potential wise, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the bar is low, bro. He could crush all them records.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true.
Except the rushing one for a quarterback. He ain't touching Douglas. Just letting you know. He ain't touching Douglas. Douglas got like almost 1,000. He ain't rushing for 1,000.
Last year we could have actually had the record. Well, a couple years ago, we could have had the records with the Jets
Fields.
with Fields, but they didn't let him play. I think the last two games, but he could have got Lamar's record.
See what I'm saying, man? Douglas is still safe, man. Funny thing about that, though, Douglas, his record in rushing for a quarterback stood until like 2006. So, like, that's crazy until Michael Vick broke it, right? And then
Wasn't
we all know
common.
what happened after that.
Oops.
Unfortunately, man. But yeah, man, this will be the last one, and then we'll pick some games after this, man, for the NFL. It's only like 3. And then we good, man. Like I said,
Cool.
We love talking.
They're like, damn, bro, I'm tired, bro.
Hey, if y'all tired on this one, man, y'all should have seen the draft show.
Oh man, the draft show was
It was like 3 hours long.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
we was getting like the mid-20s. I'm like, damn, dog, man, it's taking too long. Like, come on, man.
I'm like, yo, a commercial break after the Jets pick. I was like, yo, don't nobody care.
They can just pick that one off screen. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, like the Jets pick such and such. We could have just kept going, bro.
Right.
But all right, man, we'll finish on our recaps, man, with your Patriots, man. Drake may get an MVP chance. Wasn't no card, but boy, he got him.
Wow.
He's killed. I love his composure, his poise. He's playing like he was in college. He like we've always said, he was a gamer. He just knows how to make plays, whether getting out of the pocket, throwing. He can just drop dimes however he wants. He looks comfortable. Like him, Vrabel, and McDaniels, that's a great trio. Like that's such a level of comfort, and they've really reestablished a culture there. Like I love it. And Trevion Henderson.
Y'all brought back McDaniels.
You seen what he did with Mac Jones? He's doing this. He's doing even better with.
Damn,
he can.
Man.
Dude,
He's such a good coach, man.
He does, but he's a hell of an OC. He's a hell of an OC. I'll tell you, I was so happy. Man. All we need really going forward, you just need a really solid number one guy at receiver. Like Diggs has been serviceable. Yeah. But he's just not your long-term guy. But the Patriots are playing really confident ball. Really busy. And them hanging 32 on Cleveland's defense, is impressive. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's what I see. Like, I don't see that they held them to 13. I'm like, you dropped 32 on them. That's good. He's barely turning the ball over. His completion percentage is always high. They're just playing really efficient, confident football. And they're 6-2, bro. Like, we could be looking at a New England Patriots finishing the year with 11, 12 wins if they keep up the same kind of pace they're going right now.
I'm telling you this right now, man. Harold Fannin is going to be the best tight end in the league. Watch.
Oh, he's a beast. He's going to be what Njoku should have been. Cam's like, yeah.
Why do you think he doesn't play? Shoot, man. Harold Fannin cold, man. But yeah, man. So we're going to get into it. I think I put that on there the same.
Oops. And then like that one day you freaking had the same stats on like 3 slides.
Hey, man, my bad.
Oh, this is a nightmare game for Atlanta.
I be smoking sometimes. My bad, man. But all right, man, let's talk about this one right here. Because I had a game before this one, but I'm pretty sure it was the Chiefs and Bills, and we all know how that's going to go. And they're going to change the rules for Josh Allen again. Right. No need to talk about that, man. But I want to talk to y'all about this one, man. The Falcons trying to exercise some demons, man. Maybe they can forget about the Super Bowl. I don't know. But I got the Patriots.
I don't understand how statistically Atlanta's good on offense and defense, but yet they suck.
Yeah.
But I just don't that needs to be studied because statistically they're like top 5 and top 10 in offense and defense, like efficiency, yards, touchdowns, all that kind of stuff, and yet they just can't win games. So for that, I think we cursed them. I just don't see them fixing it. Free Kyle Pitts. Give me the Patriots.
Nah, man, it's Raheem Morris, man.
He's ass,
he was still with the Buccaneers when he had his first head coaching job. It was still.
They should have just gave Leftwich a shot for all that. If you're gonna take a shot on Morris, you might as well.
Yeah, like Raheem Morris was just stale with the Bucs too, man.
He was trash.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say trash because they were okay, but it was just stale. It was just
he was better than Greg Schiano. Yeah,
it was
better
just
than Greg Schiano.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely better.
Maybe them and the Giants should swap coaches and just see what happens.
Yeah, just do like one of those, like you get my wife, I get your wife for a day, or we one of that TV shows.
Like what? Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah, the Falcons ass though, man. I don't know what's going on with them, man. Like they just can't get out their own way, man. Maybe this will help out a little bit, but I don't know if you're ever gonna get over losing a Super Bowl like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you can walk down like that in a Super Bowl. That's gonna stick with you for at least another generation. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man.
I honestly think the Patriots definitely got this. The only way they lose if they don't contain Bijan Robinson, and I believe Bijan Robinson is the best best back in the league. He just every time I watch him, I'm just like, dude, you're insane. You make jump cuts, you make pass plays. I mean, you're just an ultimate force. Kind of reminds you of Saquon, I think in 2021, where it was just like he had 36% of the offense. That's how I see Bijan Robinson. And if the Patriots can't stop that run game, then it's going to be a long, long day. But if they can contain him, keep him under like 30 yards before the halftime, I mean, this is in the bag for the Patriots.
Man, Bijan going to be on a Le'Veon Bell pay scale in a minute. Remember when Le'Veon Bell was like 50% of the offense and they didn't want to pay him? I was like,
that's the biggest debacle ever, bro.
Yeah, on both sides though. on both sides, because how you 50% offense, which we all seen, he had like 50 receptions and like 1,500 yards. You can't tell me he wasn't that important, right?
Yeah.
And then they didn't want to pay him, but he was stupid enough to go to the Jets.
No, he was stupid enough to sit out a whole year.
Yeah.
Well, that part too, but then he signed with the Jets. Like all of that for nothing. but yeah, man. But
yeah, I'm going with New England on this one. I'm just looking up the stats, just seeing Derek May was at 12 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, where Michael Penix has 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
I think Cousins is starting this game too, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Magic City Kurt.
Magic City Kurt.
How you like that?
Yeah, I mean that could be something.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was something for a couple games.
500 yards.
Yeah,
And then fall off the face of the earth.
500 yards and the Cuban link
And the
on
gold
the airplane.
chamber, yep.
There you go.
Swag's perfect.
That's how they win.
Swag.
But that's it, man. That is it.
Cool.
Is the show, man. We put it together just like that, man. We go and on Canva and we just kind of put some stuff on there. But hey, y'all are welcome to come back anytime, man. And
All right.
we'll hop on y'all show too. We'll hop on there. We'll talk some
for sure.
stuff, man. For real. Like I said,
Cool, man. I appreciate it. Really
yeah,
good.
we love college football. We love talking NFL, man. In the off season, we do talk some high school too. We just kind of branched off from that a little bit, man. But we do that, man. So, but before we go, man, we gotta let people know where to find y'all.
Yeah, so right down here in this corner, you see Houdini Network. We also got Houdini Network over here and everything, and we do a Tony and Tony show. We have a lot of different episodes that we do for like the fashion scene or our own podcast, or Pops, he does his lo-fi podcast with Christian media, and we just got a lot of different things. The network has a lot of different shows on
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, man.
I like the dynamic y'all got, man. You ain't gonna let them like, nah, man. You ain't gonna forget about what I seen. Like, I don't care about all them dancing and TikTok dances. Now I want to see some football, man.
He's like, I don't care about the halftime show.
Stick all these flags, man. Man, you get what I hear all the time. What's wrong with you? Nah, man. But Brandon, before we get up out here, you got anything to say, man?
No, we really appreciate you guys, because one, it's hard to collaborate with people in general, because a lot of people always think you're out to get them, or they think you're trying to take viewership. I don't really look at it like that. I think it's always beneficial, because it's good because you guys can get a lot of viewers from us, and it can work out beneficially, get more eyes on the product. And I want to help people, because like I'm a firm believer in doing what you want to do. And something like this is not built for everybody, because a lot of people will just give up and quit. Yeah. Like we interviewed a guy from ESPN Baton Rouge 3-4 months ago. And I was talking to him like, hey, we're doing this and that. And I'm like, man, like, what do you think? He's like, just keep doing what you're doing, because most people don't make it to that point. They just give up anyway. So it's really just putting your head down and going. Like, we've had a lot of people flake out. We've had some people come on and it's good, but not to the point where it's like, we want to keep bringing you guys back, or we want to continue to work. Like, we want to help benefit somebody else while also having fun and growing at the same time. I think that's the biggest. That's the biggest thing. And finding people that are like-minded and bring different perspectives. Not to where everybody's like, oh, just this and that. Everybody has like a different demographic and they see things differently.
Right.
Yeah, man. Boy, we've been doing this for like 2 years now.
Man.
Yeah, so we had a rough run, man. We had some cool deals, and then we went with a company that we just didn't work out, man. We had a different mindset, or at least what it was told to us was that we were going to have certain things and we're going to be certain things. And it turned out that was not even a part of the whole thing, right? And like I said, you live and you learn, right?
That company's not even a thing no more. They're non-existent. Don't even exist anymore. So.
Right? And our idea was just, hey, let's just run with what we got. push us because we bringing in some viewers, right? So you push us. This is the media era, right? You can't do what y'all doing. It's not working, right?
Mhm.
It's old. It's not doing it no more. That was cool in the 2000s, right? I don't know about it. I had Sports Illustrated issues, right? Issue, of course, but I had my Sports Illustrated because it was fire back then. But now we're in a digital age, man. So you gotta adapt with the times, man. But like I said, man, we branched out and try to do our own thing. So we got the Villain Sports Media Network that we growing as well. So we, like I said, we took it with our friend Andrew, man, and we just partnered up like that. And that's really how it started, man. So like I said, we're growing that brand, we're growing our brand. So we just kind of want to help everybody as well, right? People that kind of want to keep this going, right? Because it's hard to do this. It's really hard, right? Because everybody can do it, right? Because it's accessible to everyone, right? You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your computer, right? Everybody can do it, but you gotta like be different, right? So that's what I would say to anybody that's trying to do it, right? Not you guys, because you guys are doing what you got to do. But there's just PSA to anybody trying to get into the sports media, like this genre, right? You have to be different. You got to be different because everybody can do it. So you
everybody can do it, but not everybody can do it. You know, and I mean, I think it's about really just giving back and helping people, like regardless of like who's got how many of this and how many of that, because somebody might have less or more, but they have a better product or they have something to do really well that we might not do really well. So I think it's all about learning. You know, we can always improve on things. I mean, like he said, it's something you just got to work at every single day. It's literally a full-time job, just trying to grow and adapt and pick people's brains. I like what you guys do. I like what other people do. It's like, man, we might not do this that much. Oh man, I really like that idea. They do that. Let's see if we can do something like what they're doing.
Like I definitely like it.
Shorts is the thing that's really taking us to the next level, right? Like we do probably about 20 shorts a piece on a good day.
Well, I'd probably say average. We're probably between 20 and 30 a day altogether.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's what, like 8,000. I think it's like 8,500 videos. It's insane. It's insane.
Like I said, we literally just do shorts, man. We chop up our show like we'll do today, right? We'll chop it up, make it into some shorts, right? It might not get a lot of views, but it's the process that counts, right? You want people to see that you actually do a show every Sunday, right? Or you're like, oh shoot, they dropped it, right? Let's see what it's about, right? You want to connect your show with your short, right? So when you do a short, always put your show or your long view content as a related video, right? That's how you get more people plugged into your long view, because short views are like people that just like watch short, you know, almost like my 5-year-old son. Scroll, right? So that's kind of what it is. So that's one thing that works for us, man. So, and like I said, man, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, so before we get up out of here, man, gotta let y'all know, man, our music thing, it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool, dog. Like I started that just because I got tired of listening to Lady Gaga, to be honest with you. Like, look, I love it, but you can't do it on every short, because if I'm tired of it, I know everybody else is gonna be tired. So I just was like, man, let me just make some beats, man. Like, just fuck around on my phone, make some beats for us to use that we can make some money out of, right? Maybe I don't know. So I like to let everybody know that the next version of the Football Frame of Mind music series, the next album's dropping Halloween. So y'all ready for that, man. So
cool.
Yeah, check it out, man. Quite frankly, I done did 5 albums.
Man.
What you had said the other day, it wasn't platinum, it wasn't bronze. I forgot what you said. You were gonna.
Oh man, shoot, my album's going double copper, bro. It's going double copper, man. Like, it's gonna be a gospel album, man. It's gonna
be straight pennies, bro.
Yeah, double pennies. That's where it's going. but yeah, man. Like I said, we trying different stuff, man. We're trying to just do different stuff, man. Like I said, I wanted to try and make some I guess some music with a football twist, right? So everything that y'all see, like I say, you just look up it'd be Cam Groves, just type that in. There's somebody else named Cam Groves, and I should have looked at that before, but I'm the one without the space.
You better get that copyright and trademark.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm the one without the space, right? This is no offense, Brandon. It's a white dude that be rapping. He actually got some cool shit, bro. I had to check it out. Bro. Yeah. Hey, this white dude, man, he got some shit. It was kind of fire. I was like, let me go ahead and just make sure I got the no space.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, man. So everything, if y'all check it out, man, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I got it. Like I said, I got music on there for everybody, right? I got music, people that like rock music, because I personally do. I got rap music on there too, man. But it's like I said, just some beats for our shorts, honestly.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
Like all the music y'all heard in the intro and all that's all stuff to get through together.
Oh, okay.
That's tough.
Yeah. So like I said, we just trying different things, man. So don't laugh at my shorts with the AI video, because I'm just fucking around.
Wait, you uploaded one like that?
Yeah.
When today?
Yeah. I put the pirate one. No, the beat about the 79 Buccaneers.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go see. I'm gonna have to go see what you're talking about.
Bro, it's literally just some shit. I don't know what the fuck going on.
I don't want to get completely off topic, but like, are the views good on those with the music you're doing?
Shoot.
Because the hashtags, I don't know if y'all really upload shorts on YouTube, but the hashtags are so freaking like, it's so finicky about like which ones you use and like which ones catch. We've been using like the same hashtags since almost since the beginning, to be honest with you, and it's worked. You know, I try to tell everybody, like, if you're doing something in sports, like I always try to give like, and I don't know everything. Somebody probably might have a better one than we have, but I always try to like help and be like, you just use these in this situation, and then the music you're making, like his used to do really, really good. Mine were okay. And then when we both got on the same page, everything kind of just took off from there. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's so many ways to skin a cat with this media thing, right? YouTube, all of that. So I don't really know, because when I kind of, I guess you'd say, cracked the code for our shorts, right? It was literally watching a video that somebody was talking about. You should have 3 hashtags, right? But there was also another video where people were saying you should have a lot of hashtags, and I was like, I don't know who to believe.
Right.
I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna try, man. So, but yeah, man. Like I said, I won't hold you guys no longer, man. But we appreciate y'all being on. The show.
Appreciate you guys having us.
Yeah, check out the Houdini Network. But y'all know the drill. It's gonna be the same place, same time, same uniform, as they say in the military. So we're gonna be back next Sunday. We'll see y'all on the Football Frame of Mind weekly show. See y'all then, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.
You guys.